Hey all, J-Man here. I just wanted to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place to get a lot of cool superhero shirts and other merchandise. You can scroll, they've always got sales on. As you can see, they've got these really cool print all over shirts, which I really love. That's Eddie, the founder of the site. And if you're looking for stuff, all you got to do is you click on the search here and you can type in all over. And that's going to show you the all over prints, which are really, really cool. Look at that. You got Legion of Superheroes, you got Brave and the Bold, you got JSA, you got Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all kinds of stuff. So check out beardedshirts.com. Hello, Legionnaires. Welcome. It's Monday to the Legion live stream. And we're going to be covering 3 issues of Superboy starring the Legion of Superheroes. Let me go to my background here. There you go. All right. Before we do that, we're doing issues 201, 202, 203. I put a poll up. Anybody want to take a look at it? All right. Tomorrow, we're completing the Rebirth and Season 3. So Season 3 and the 3-part Rebirth of Transformers, what a lot of people call G1. That would be the end of G1. So that's going to be tomorrow. And also, if there's time tomorrow, I'm going to be doing something new. If there's no time tomorrow, then we're going to do a stream on this. And it's called Transformers Wars. So this is a new thing that I've developed. I developed it just yesterday, where you get to pick any Autobot from G1 or any Decepticon from G1, including combiners, and we will do a live stream of them facing each other off. And what I've done is I've actually taken their stats. So remember when you used to buy Transformers, they'd give you a little stat bar. Sometimes it was like you needed the glasses or the red. You'd put the red thing over top and you could see the guy's stats. So I found a website that has all of the stats of all the G1 characters. I've taken those stats, put them into a spreadsheet, and I've created it like a Dungeons and Dragons battle. So you'd be rolling a d20 and adding a modifier to it to beat a number. So I've done all the calculations. It's on Excel. I will share the Excel sheet. I've got a formula in there to randomly pick a number between 1 and 20. So it's like a d20 roller. And it'll calculate everything, and we're going to do the battle. So ranged attacks and melee attacks. We're going to stream that live. I'm thinking Optimus Prime versus Megatron right away. Start with strong. But if anyone else has any suggestions, I'll be posting some stuff about this. Let me know what you guys want to do for versus. And it's got to be a G1 guy, though, because I don't think after that they had those stat bars. So I just don't have the stat bars for every character. But I've got most of the big ones that anybody would want to see. So that'll be Transformer Wars. That'll be starting up pretty soon. And then this Friday is Fantastic Fridays. Do I have let me see if I don't know if I have the icon for that yet. Let me see. Do I have the icon for that one? I haven't read them yet. I'm reading them this week. So there you go. First one's got X-Men. Oh my God. And The Watcher. Wow. So this Friday is going to be killer. This is going to be a killer Friday. So there you go. All right. Let's say thanks to the Legionnaires, and we'll get going. So Dan, Sean, Steven, and Clobby, Brennan, Cliff on Comics, RR, Philip, and Svan82. Thank you to all of the channel members. We appreciate you guys. And if you do want to join as a member, there is a join button. Click it. There's only one tier right now. So got a few members who have been a few months now. So they've upgraded their Legion logo. You start with a gray Legion logo, then you go to a red, then a green. Eventually you get to a yellow. So there you go. All righty. Let's bring in our first Legionnaire.
Hey. So.
Hey. you like I did all this last night. This looks pretty good. I'm very happy with this.
Good, yeah. Mural art that is
it's Japanese. I had to go. I flew to Japan.
Yeah.
And I logged in on one of their computers.
Yeah.
And it's only after I flew to Japan, logged on their computers, got that image and flew back that someone said, it's internet. You could have just. And I thought, damn it! I thought you had to be in the country of where the image is. But no, it turns out,
whatever. Yeah.
but it's a Japanese image. It looks pretty. It looks great, man. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was looking for like Transformer Autobots battling Decepticons.
It looks like the same kind of design work of the murals we got on the back of the boxes.
That's what I wanted.
It's a new like configuration of guys, right?
That's exactly what I wanted. And when I saw that it looked a little weird, I thought, I'll use this because that'll be a more eye-catching.
Yeah.
I think you're so used to some of those art.
Like the space one and the other one were off the foreground and all that.
Right. Yeah.
Sleeping bag with that. It was like that same mural and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I think people are too used to it. They scroll by.
Yeah.
This will be like, whoa, what's this?
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah. What's this thing? That's kind of weird. All right, let's bring in our Clobberin Legionnaire.
It's Clobberin time.
Hello.
What's up, Clobbenaires?
What it is?
Yo ho ho! How you doing there, Sean J?
Doing
Jay
pretty good.
Yeah.
Jay Sean J.
Sean J. Yeah, and my name is Jason, so you can almost combine those.
Yeah.
You can almost combine those.
Great to see you, buds.
Awesome. I was listening a little bit. Man, your Star Trek. I couldn't stay up for the. Those are long. I stayed up as much as I could. I thought I got to get up early for work.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
We got 4 episodes to get through. You know.
Yeah, geez.
And
it's all positive, I'm sure.
We loved them so much. We give it so many A pluses. It was just a wonderful kumbaya moment, of course, for all the. I think we liked. We gave an episode. And Raquel gave it a B, an A this week. I gave it.
Oh wow!
I gave a B to one. So yeah.
Oh my god!
One we liked.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty good. What was that episode? I mean, I can't remember it now, but still, I know we liked it. So
right,
that means something.
Well, I'm going through the stinkers now of season 3, but they're not all that bad. Some of them are neat.
Yeah, it's. I mean, look. Well, by the way, she's not going to be here next Saturday, so I'm going to do my ranking of all of them.
Of what, original series or?
Yeah, Star Trek, the original.
Oh, awesome!
But it's fun going along with you for that ride. And it's cool. I love what you're doing with those videos. Those are great. So,
and I'm trying my best to scrutinize because what's
me. What's funny is you're more critical than I am.
Sorry,
Sean, you wouldn't believe it, but what a hard ass I am. But on Trek, the original series, he is Mr. Skinflint right here. Oh, J-Man.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm telling you what. He is way less generous than I am to a lot of episodes.
Oh my god! Like Clobby's reviewing. We need to work. I need to work on your review numbers because you'll give like 0 minus, like 0 minus. Like, what does that mean? Like, or whatever. It's or like.
Oh, that's for the worst ones. Yeah.
It's like, how do you get minus?
Because they're infuriating, insulting, horrible, embarrassment episodes.
Wow.
There's only a handful though. They're not just bad. They are like, Man of Steel level bad in some cases. Well,
no, are you crazy?
Not that much, but
no, they're not that bad. That's
Jar Jar Abrams or Alex Klutzman level bad.
No,
no way.
Like that one episode of what's his name? The show that Seth MacFarlane made.
Orville,
yeah. He made one episode that turned me off the entire series.
He did that for the whole 3rd seation for me. I don't know when you stopped, but I love the first 2 seasons. And in the 3rd season, he made the whole thing.
Oh, I can go through the episodes and tell you which one.
Oh, really?
Right away.
Well, I know which one, J-Man, and we talked about
No, I don't remember the name, but I think it was like the 3rd one where literally it was like, okay, I'm effing done with this garbage. I'm checking out.
2, I think. Yeah.
Season 1
was great. And then season 2, they reversed something that happened in season 1.
No. That's season 3. They reversed season 2.
3 did it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know what he's talking about.
I liked the first one of season 3, so I'm like, because I waited for 4 years. What was it, 4 years?
Yeah.
And then
I don't remember.
2 episodes in, it went off the rails and turned into it did things they never did in the first 2 seasons. It became propaganda. It became, on the nose, agenda stuff where he wasn't doing that before.
Yeah.
And Yeah, so that was from
He's gone crazy.
for me. Oh, he's nuts.
Seth MacFarlane is a nutcase.
He's the last
Yes.
person to talk about political correctness.
Bloody hell, you're right.
You gotta
This
be
is
kidding me.
right. You gotta be.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Here, our Seth MacFarlane and his boys.
Screw all of you.
Listen, this guy makes the most. First of all, Family Guy. I don't like Family Guy. I know some
No,
people
I never
like it.
did. Yeah.
I don't
That's
either.
fine. It's not
Yeah.
funny to me. Anyways, he makes fun of everything, trashes everything, and then now he's all upset at anybody making fun of stuff, and he's got to go on these like rants and everything. It's like, are you insane? Like, you're the worst offender. But also, that show. So the problem is, in Doctor Who was on this week, and it was awful. So I always make the icon ahead of time. So I made the Doctor Who sucks icon, and then I actually say this in the video. Hey, let's say hey to the chat because people are coming on. Let's say Joe Dog was here first. What's going on, Joe Dog? Love it. New Teen Titans 27 a couple days ago. Nice.
Cool.
I do have New Teen Titans #1.
Yeah.
From
Which one?
the New Teen Titans #1. Not like I don't know the number. Perez.
No, there were two of them in the 80s.
Was there
In
two?
1980, there was one in 80 when they came back in 84, 85 and started over for back to format.
The one that everyone knows. Robin's running forward with all the people running with him.
Yep. So no, he's not Nightwing. He's Robin. I mean, just
He's Robin, right.
volume 1. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
volume 1. Yeah. Quagner, the poll should have been since 2001. Wildfire is obviously the best issue. What is the second best? Yeah, I know, but we don't have a lot of. There's not a lot going on.
Oops.
It's unfair. Devilfish. What happens to Validus? I like the Devilfish thing. That was cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
And
It's a great
and
piece.
Chris is here. Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys this really quick before we kind of go on. I just want to show to see. This is the Transformers thing. How it's going to work. So you see, you got your stats here, and I've converted them. These are the stats that you got it with the toy. Some of them got converted. So your endurance got multiplied by 2 to come up with armor class. The courage got multiplied by 10 as the hit points. So once you run out of courage, you run away. And the rest is the same as whatever they put. So whatever number. So Prime had it.
Yeah, I was gonna say they made Optimus stronger than Megatron, but Megatron has more firepower.
Correct.
He's a
So
living guy.
when you do a ranged combat, you're going to use your speed to determine initiative. You're going to use your skill in order to see if you can hit, and your firepower is your damage. So his firepower damage is more than Prime's, but he's slower on initiative, but you're still rolling the dice. So this top number represents what you roll. So you hit F9 and see it keeps rolling it for you.
Right. Okay.
So that's what each guy rolled. And then I have down here. So the first is range with yellow. So you hit this. So 14 beats 11. So it's his speed plus the die roll equals that.
Yeah.
That gives you your number. That's 14. So he goes first. So then you hit roll again. 14 to beat 16 armor class. He misses. So that's Optimus Prime's turn is done. Then you go to Megatron's turn. You go F9. 26 beats 20. 20 is Prime's endurance factor. 26 beats 20 because it's 9 plus 17 is 26. That beats it. He does 10 damage. Prime loses 10 damage. He goes to 90. Megatron's turn is done. Next, we go to melee combat right here. So that's the green numbers. We do F9 again.
Region and melee. Okay.
And we're going to swap back and forth. So range, melee, and then you always redo initiative. I know it seems complicated.
Yeah. No, it's D&D. Gregor said Starscream's courage would be -10. I can't remember what
we can check
to that. Yeah, we could check that, but
yeah. So I know I've lost some people because it's.
I know. I was gonna say like Jamie, I was just saving for tomorrow, man.
But I was gonna say I just wanted to just give you a quick preview.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. So I've been playing D&D for 100 years, so it's like I've converted this fine. I've done it on Excel, so it's easy to people for. I did color coding. My wife keeps like, "Were you up late last night?" I was like, "I have to do this Transformer thing or whatever." It's like very important.
Yeah, he was struck by the muse because he texted me. He was like, "Oh my god, I just came up with this thing," and
I came up with this
you must have worked for 4 hours after that text. So
I can't. I just like All right, so let's get Superboy up on the screen. Yeah. I wanted to say too with the Doctor Who and stuff. So Clobberin had recommended a few of these things privately off camera. Talking about some of the Gene Roddenberry stuff with Genesis 2 and Quester tapes.
Yeah, Genesis 2.
So I'd watched. It was funny because I had watched I don't remember, 73 yards. That's what the Dr. Pooh
Yes.
episode was called.
Actually, it's the best episode ever because he's not in it at all.
I actually said that in my review in the beginning.
I know. I saw your review.
That was funny. Well, the first like 10, 15 minutes was very
That was a good
intriguing.
setup.
That was a great setup. That creepy
You have to
woman.
explain things.
Right. So we watched
You
the
don't
entire
get off the hook
thing.
like that.
No, yeah, dude. 40 minutes in, you do that thing. You ever do this thing, guys, when you're watching a show or movie and you feel like it's ending soon because it's only 50 minutes or whatever the time is. So it's 40 minutes in, and then you hit the timer, and I'm like, there's only 10 minutes left. I'm like, there's like 17 questions that nothing makes sense. And I'm like, they can't possibly answer any of these in the next 10. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
There's
have
no Legion ending. It's like
Three big ones.
no, there's massive. So
I know, but
anyways,
3 impossible. If you don't answer them, your show's garbage.
right. Why is the doctor disappearing? Why did you, why
What
did
could do that to the doctor in the TARDIS?
Right.
Right.
How can you freeze the TARDIS?
How
and make
did
the
Ruby
doctor
do
dis-
that?
Yeah.
How was she able to do any of that shit?
So
What did they say to those people? Sorry, go ahead.
right, exactly. Anyway, but there's a bunch. So we watched all that. Then that afternoon we watched the Quester tapes, which also has a mystery.
right.
So he's going around. You're like, okay, well, what they messed up. He went offline, and now where's the creator? Why is the creator missing? Like, what's up with this guy? Is he a
Which they
bad guy?
answer. Mhm.
And it's all answered. And not only is it all answered, it's the damn best answer ever. You're like, oh shit, that was awesome. And it was so funny. My wife and I were effing laughing our ass off. I was like, remember Doctor Who this morning? It's like, it was just, I don't know why. It was so weird that we watched those. Like normally we would watch, like, we might watch Downton Abbey or something, right? And like, there's no mystery. Like Downton Abbey's just a period. You just watch it as a good drama. But we happened to watch a sci-fi with a character that's a weird character that has a lot of unexplained things, right? And then it explained it all so beautifully. And we're like, this is awesome. We're like, wow, what a disaster. It made me hate the Doctor Who episode even more than I hated it.
One guy is a writer who wants to talk about social issues, but be a writer first, G. Roddenberry.
Right.
Russell T. Davies is a capable writer who's thrown that in the garbage to become an activist first.
Yeah.
And in a story like that, look, when you watch Blink, for example,
Right.
by halfway through the episode, you know everything you need to know.
Right.
And that's why it keeps its impact. If they don't answer anything about it, then you'll go crazy.
Yeah, these woke things, they're trying to be like season 1 of Star Trek, basically, but like they don't know how. It's like, that thing with Frank Gorshin, like, the half white, half black guys and all that stuff.
I'm going to be watching that one soon.
Nose and cheesy, but like it works because there's still a story going on there. And it's not as like preachy and finger waggy as everything else today.
It's not because it doesn't single any actual real world thing out. It just simply says, hey, hating someone based upon their mutable characteristics like race is bad. That's all it's saying.
Yeah. Then that's a story after that.
It's the same thing as saying murdering people is bad.
Yeah. Or the Horda or whatever, those pizza guys.
Yeah, that's the Horda.
Pizza monsters. Yeah.
I love the Horda. But yes, it's just Let That Be a Less Battlefield. It has other problems, but still, it's a good message. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Message. All right. Legion of Superboy, starring the Legion of Superheroes. Legion of Superboys. All right. What do we got?
All righty. Let's see here. We have Superboy starring the Legion of Superheroes volume only. Cover art by the great Nicholas Cardy. It is, of course, by the way, this issue number 201.
201.
Volume only 201. April 1974 cover date. Written by Carrie Bates. Pencils and inks by the great Dave Cockrum, letters by Joe Letiris, editor of Mary Beltonoff, and the same goes for the second story. That's both stories of the book.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. We got these people here.
I love Dave. I miss Dave Cockrum. Yeah, there's the first appearance of Infectious Lass and Porcupine Pete. I can make you sick. She does become a sub, as you know, later.
She's kind of dangerous, though. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it,
it's still silly though. It's like
yeah.
you give people any thickness. You could just say, you know what? How would you like a good taste of the typhoid, baby? Boom.
Right. Yeah.
I think I'll give you some measles. You jerk off. Beep. There you go.
And stuff, and yeah.
It is pretty cool. And then Porcupine just like shoots everywhere. You're like,
I was about to make a coof joke, but I won't.
Yeah. She could give you the vids.
The coofs.
Right.
Oh dear. And then there's molecule maggoty.
Killer Man or what?
Yeah.
So there's our good friend Wildfire. I must become a Legionnaire. This team needs a cool character like me.
That's Erg 1.
Erg 1.
Yep. So Erg 1, dude.
Yes, well, I don't like Erg 1 because I don't know about Erg 0, so I need an origin of Erg 0 before I can.
Yeah, that's a special variant from Wizard.
Well, Shrinking Violet, are we in or what? Well, you gotta do some tests here.
Actually, would you get those spikes out for me? Damn, they hurt. They're like porcupine. What the hell?
Yeah, they've updated everyone's hair. Like all the girls have like modern hot hair instead of like the weird poofs and stuff going on from like the
yes
and all that. Yeah.
The beehive.
By the way, if you have relations with infectious lass,
ooh,
maybe you shouldn't.
No.
Deleting people is wrong.
It's Clobberin. Well, no. If you want to go ahead, that's up to you. It might be good for you. It might be a good fit for you, Fanty, if you want to go out and nuke a few people or whatever. Don't let me stop you.
Yeah. Don't. And I won't bother either. Okay.
Or when they're trying to nuke Manhattan just because Atlantis was attacking, it's like. Anyhow,
well, that's what they got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Stop it. All right. So
oh, man.
This is the recap of our good friend Wildfire, known as Erg 1.
Superboy 195.
Blasted a bunch of shit. Then he became flat. Looked like Night of the Comet.
Yeah.
It was just, everyone got Night of the Cometed. Mm-hmm. He got Night of the Cometed. That's
I like that they were using this to show new applicants. This is the standard that you're really measured by. What are you willing to do?
Yep. Yeah. So these people want to join, and they're like, "Well, Superboy's like, besides taking the tests, which you can take, you have to be willing to make the ultimate sacrifice, or pay a $1.05, whichever."
Yeah. Freedom golf for bucko.
Did you watch Obesity? The Cure for Obesity?
I haven't seen it yet. I saw Lizzo's reaction to it.
I bloody cried my eyes out.
Looking at Lizzo's the cure for it?
No, they're like, no, the cure. No, one of the cure. If you can't afford the medicine, then they tell you to watch Lizzo videos, and they're like, because then you just won't care about your weight. So it's like an ad. It's like, watch Lizzo video, like watch Lizzo. It's like right? the cure. It's like you could eat and do whatever you want and not care. Because it's like all positive. Everything's great. Nothing's wrong.
Oh. Here I was thinking just because you won't want to eat if you're watching Lizzo.
No. No, they're just saying you won't care what you eat or whatever.
Fair enough. Well, I already don't care.
So anyways, so Wildfire, I'm just going to keep calling it Wildfire because that's...
They're one, damn it.
No,
stop being a canon violator.
I'm the violator of canon. How do you like that?
That's Phantom Girl, right? With the pigtails. She's imitating that guy from the last stream.
He's a dude.
God, Sean, are you over it or what? I can't get over it.
I can't get it.
You really can't. You're like,
you thought that was a good idea. Like was there no error at all? It's like that
was last stream.
Is this a
joke on a dude, the hunter guy? Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean,
I'm an angel. I have no memory. An angel has no memory. Remember from Barbarella?
Oh my goodness!
Don't tell me you don't like Barbarella.
Well, I liked it when I was a kid, and then when I realized what she is, I can't watch any movies with her anymore.
Well, you can. She's in various scantily clad outfits.
She was fantastically hot, but she's a freighter.
Yeah, so that's
yeah,
fine.
my
and,
does
dad
deserve to
never
be
liked her either. So
she does
anyway.
deserve to hang for high treason. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I grew up in a household where my dad hated her, and
Most people.
my mom was like, "Why?" It's like, and he told the same story. Anyway, we'll move past.
all right.
But she
Anyway.
it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is again. I cannot get over how much I'm gonna. Well, I'm gonna miss Dave Cockrum, but we're gonna still do fine after him. But yeah, this is beautiful.
Hey, Larry.
Man, Wildfire's outfit's just so damn cool. I'm sorry. I mean, Erg one. I mean,
Oh, Cannon Breaker. All right.
But I want to say, everyone, right now in a protest, Porcupine Peak belongs in the Legion, man. This is wrong.
I've got
This is
Porcupine.
He's just gotta learn to control himself and aim.
Yeah.
And
Ow,
stuff.
oh, you hit me in one of those spikes. Would you cut it out with the damn porcupine? Jeez.
So it looks like the spikes leave him because he's normal underneath now.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
He'll just grow back.
I like how I still get a kick out of how the Superboy, whoever's he just says rejected. He doesn't. You're a hindrance.
Yeah, he keeps saying this.
They're not they're never polite to these people.
No.
Yeah.
It's like, look, guy, because Superman's like the most polite guy around, right? He's always.
Yeah.
I remember
he's a
many
kid,
moons
he's a
ago, they in continuity,
skeptic.
like you get a flight ring even if you get rejected. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Which is really
Wow,
probably
that
not a good idea, really. But
as soon as they did their first audit, one of the science police guys came over. They're like, "It says here that you got a flight ring just for applying. That sounds kind of
that's not a good idea, man.
Sounds
That's not a good
expensive.
Maybe
Yeah.
they changed that.
and then Saturn Girl threw Cosmic Boy under the bus. She's like, "Oh, that was Cosmic Boy's idea. I always thought that was a poor idea." And it's like Cosmic Boy's like, "Oh."
I think they've suspended that policy. It's like,
What's funny is that
little punk.
Sound Girl can read his anger from that. She can enjoy it on two levels, like.
Yes.
Oh, Skeptic, we're not going to start this because this is why we were 4 minutes late.
I actually love the movie. I just didn't want Sean and Jay to know it.
Right. So
I haven't seen it.
I
but
love Fury Road, and I loved Furiosa as well. It's not Furiosa, Furiosa.
I love everything.
I love everything except for the things that you don't.
No, I even love those.
I especially love those.
Why is he whistling?
Yeah, well, I like that. He's just a guy walking around, like
I mean, I don't think they whistle in the 30th century. What century is it, by the way?
I think it's the 30th. So while Ergo One continuity police, canon police, so he's trying to find a way to communicate, saying that he didn't actually die. It was more like just he kind of like shot the energy out, and then he just needs to somehow get back. It's kind of like Johann Kraus, right? Johann Kraus in BPRD.
He had to put himself back together, and then they were all gone.
So they all left him. So he's trying to communicate with them.
They left him on the Genesis planet.
Genesis, that's one of the Genesis planet.
We whistle while we listen. Sorry.
So here's what was her name again? Infectious Lass.
Infectious Lass. This guy he probably thinks she's hot. Oh well, sure. You can use
Make out with her
on
and get
me.
pink eye.
Yeah, you've infected me.
I don't think I'm going to volunteering for that. Like, let somebody else. What a schmuck Starboy is with his new. I like that. That's the first time I ever saw him. That's the first costume I ever saw him in. I like that costume.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, how about me? Make me sick. Whoo! You're a hottie. You can make me sick anytime, baby.
Yeah, so you guys like this Starboy versus the sort of the Superman style with just the stars, right?
Yeah, I like it. He's probably thinking, I'll catch anything. I'll catch something from you.
Yeah, just
like that.
And all that.
Wow, he didn't even get any.
Then his hair turns a different color, so that's something.
Yeah.
Rejected.
Invisible Kid and Ultra Boy, like, what a dumbass.
It's like, Infectious Lass, you are not allowed in the Legion. Oh!
Should have made him sick.
Gotta pause. So, Porcupine Pete, you are not
You are
in
not.
the Legion. No,
Randy Jackson or whatever. Simon Cowell, Randy Jackson, and
no, Maury Povich, you are not the father.
Oh, you were not the
You're
Maury
not.
Povich, yeah.
You are not the
No.
father. Oh my God! No, no.
He just
You got
rejected
so much mileage out of that.
I love it. But Sean, one of
Put
the
us
best things
all
you
on
ever
the
sent me was the runners. Sorry,
Yeah, I
Claudio.
know. I'm saying.
That's what Sean sent me this compilation of Maury Povich, where every time someone was not the father, they were so happy they weren't the father that they start running around, jumping around, and whatever. And then there's a compilation of women who were so upset that the guy wasn't the father that they would run out of the studio.
Run out in a studio. And what's funny about those is I like those because the camera follows them, and you see the entire layout of the building. It's like every corridor, every like dressing room they go out into the parking lot. I'm like, what the hell? How long is this cord, man? What is this? Because Jamie and I used to work in a studio.
Yes, we worked in television.
The cords weren't that damn long.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. All right, so yes, I think it's Hemsworth's best. Watch my review, Skeptic. I do a non-spoiler review of Furiosa. All right, rejected. You're rejected. So then, okay, he's trying to contact him now. This guy, the molecular master.
Molecular master.
I am the
Your
molecular
primitive intellect
master.
doesn't understand things with molecular structures and things.
Yeah, Superboy's like, you're rejected. Yeah, Superboy. Well, that's because you don't understand things with molecular structures and other Legion things. You know.
Oh dear. So here we go.
All right, so he makes thanks, Skeptic. I see you watched it. So he can do like really cool stuff, and they're like, wow, this guy's pretty good. She's like, woohoo, I like this guy.
I'm not sure how Erg-1 can control minds though when that happened, but
so he's trying to go in, and then he realizes like,
the flight ring's keeping him out for some reason.
Yeah, the flight ring generates what did he say? There was some like babble.
Gobbledygook answer for it.
Gobbledygook, yeah. I can't. So he couldn't enter their minds of the other Legionnaires because they were all wearing flight rings.
But
so he waits till Phantom Girl goes to the bathroom or goes to the shower to take off her flight ring, and then he goes, no,
good idea.
That would have been a good.
So so Erg figures, well, look at this dude. He doesn't have a ring yet, but turns out, he's not an organic being. He is an android robot droid, Andrew.
As a kid, whenever there's a robot like this, I always looked at all the details, like all the little tchotchkes that make up because they're so busy looking. It's awesome.
It is. This looks good. This is really cool, actually.
Yeah.
This is good. It looks pretty neat. Looks like Brainiac there for a second. It's like, it's Brainiac.
It's Terminator years before Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jodorowsky. And when he was going to make his Dune movie, he had that POV with the tracking info and like all that. Like that was part of his storyboards. And they're like, no one had done anything like a POV. Like when RoboCop looks or Terminator, and you see through their eyes, and they're like assessing information.
Everybody did that after Terminator. Yeah,
everyone did that. But Jodorowsky had that in his storyboards first. Before Dune, before anyone ever thought of anything like that.
Some of those guys who worked in that field, designing things and movies and stuff, where do you think they get the stuff from? They read comics. Could have been a kid when this came out. He probably this or other comic books. He could have looked at Deathlock and said, "Let's make it look like the Terminator, the Deathlock," things like that. Oh, yeah.
You should check out Jodorowsky's Dune. It's a documentary. It's about Alejandro Jodorowsky, who wanted to make a Dune movie, and it's like a 400-page storyboard outline. Mobius, that artist or whatever, did. Did it, and Chris Foss, who designs all those crazy ships and everything. Like the team that he assembled is bloody outrageous. Like even today, you'd be like, "Oh my god!" Everyone on his team was a name, and they all. Raiders of the Lost Ark, the entire ending of Raiders of the Lost Ark is literally from his storyboard. It's like they took his stuff, whoever worked on whatever section, and took it to do their movies. So like Ron Cobb took a bunch of stuff for Alien. He grabbed Giger. He's like, okay, let's and all the Harkonnen stuff was designed by H.R. Giger. and Ron Cobb grabbed him. It's like, let's do the alien together. It's crazy. The documentary is insane. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times because it's like everything that was taken from this guy's idea of what Dune should have been. It's insane.
Nice.
It's really cool. And like, yeah, like every movie it owes Terminator, like took from his storyboards. Anyways, yeah, the entire Raiders of the Lost Ark, the entire ending is storyboarded in Dune. They literally took just that entire thing. Okay, here's the ending. Anyways, so let's continue on. He can't go in because he's a robot, so he's undercover.
Yep.
And he's a bad guy. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
What's wrong? You feel all right, Shadowlass? I can't understand. I think I'm just passing out from watching the latest Doctor Who episode. It didn't make any sense. And everyone's
he
going.
put some crap in it he did some kind of crap that affected all of them.
But
Yeah.
even Superboy somehow, like once again, it's like are you not invulnerable or
No, he's not. Nope.
Your primitive intellect would understand 30th century technology and molecules and viruses. And,
yeah, infectious lass, yeah.
infectious glass.
Oh Lord.
So they all fall down. Whoa, what's going on there? That was a weird way to fall.
This was very Carrie Bates. We find out somehow someone blasted him. Who could that be? But how did he do it?
That. Yeah, everyone's dying over those James Cameron 4Ks. But
No, they're saying they're garbage.
yeah, no, that's why they're all like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
Anyway.
Steve thought it looked okay.
Filled with AI. Filled with AI. Wow.
They used technology to soften and smooth out some of
the
the
grain?
movie.
Yeah,
The grain, yes.
Yeah.
And what happens is that it affected the actors' faces. So some people are saying that it looks almost like very pasty or cartoony or almost like a cutscene from a video game at points.
Oh
Yeah.
Why?
And it was new technology, and it's James Cameron, so he's always doing new technology. But they're like, this is just so weird.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Cameron's
all right.
huge.
I don't know why he's going so crazy over this stuff. Okay, so, oh man. So basically, his objective was the miracle machine.
Yeah.
And then so Wildfire uses it to bring himself back and go back into his suit.
Yeah, and to save the others.
And to save the others. Yeah.
Now, again, I don't want to be picky because I love him. Or I wonder why he didn't use it to turn himself back into a human. Probably because he needed to stop this guy, but he could have used it after that.
What was the miracle machine rule? There was some rules, right? Like you could only use it once.
I don't know. I don't remember. Is there?
I think, did they say they're only going to take it out if it's like a life or death, or they're only going to try to use it one time or something like that?
It's fair cop. Anyway,
I don't remember.
He uses it to be heroic. That's all that matters because he's the hero, and he uses it to stop this android and to save the others. One is a hero again.
Yeah.
And like these are the best pages we've ever had. Okay, so
yeah, the showdown looks awesome. And I
let's-
love the background of it too, with the lines and the color.
yeah,
Like the
so
yellow
basically
and
from
orange.
here, page
Yeah.
11. So this, I mean, this is insane. This is probably the best page.
Yeah, if you're a kid, you just picked this up out of curiosity and you read this, you're like, yeah, I'm Legion for life now. I'm just gonna buy the rest of them. Like, what the hell,
Like,
man?
look, guys, he just like he effing annihilated this. Holy shit! I don't think we're paying attention to this enough. Look, look at the face.
You know,
Like,
it's his head
foot.
is like
Like-
with a blast from his leg.
With his
he
foot rocket.
literally, like what the hell? This is crazy. He like you dismantled that guy's face. This looks scary. You're like, holy shit, this is like hardcore. And then so look at it. It's like you see them all like busted up and now it's explaining how the American machine was used.
The Legion explanation.
Do they call him Wildfire yet? No, they don't. Not yet.
No, later on he names
The
them.
next
That'll be tonight, though. Tonight.
Yeah.
Meet your super friends.
Yep.
Every Saturday on ABC. I surely did.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. With Wendy and Marvin, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
first one.
And whatever the Wonder Dog was
I
called.
camped out in front of the TV that Friday night.
All right, Legion of Superheroes. So
Well,
this
it
is the
was
same
an hour
credits.
back then, no? Yeah.
What's
Anyway,
that?
it was an
What?
hour back then, no? When it first debuted.
Originally.
Yeah.
So we're on the same. It's this. This is basically the same. Same credits, right?
Yeah, a mugging in the what century again?
30th.
It says 20th.
Wait, did it say 20th?
It's up to 20. Oh, no. Sorry. Well,
Then it
yeah.
says, yeah.
In the big series.
No, then it says, but it still occurs in the 30th century.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh man, because it did say 20th century a few times
Yeah.
in those early
well,
issues.
it used to be 21st. It used to say 21st. So
21st.
originally, it
whatever.
was just 21st.
Right.
So it's cool. You get to see Karate Kid take out a couple of dumbasses who were trying to mug Dream Girl.
He's in his old outfit, though.
Yeah. Still in that
Yeah.
one. And
I can't wait for the next one.
yeah, me either. So
Um,
it's interesting. They have a conversation how she feels so useless because she doesn't fight, doesn't do any of that kind of stuff. So this is kind of a Dream Girl story, which I always love this one.
so they're going back. She has a nightmare. Shriek! A Legionnaire is dying.
She sleeps in her costume.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is her.
I know.
No, this is her costume, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, this might as well be her costume because she just flies around like this.
That's her night clothes. Obviously. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
And he doesn't mind.
And he's like, this is like something out of like someone's fantasy. It's like I can't sleep. It's like she's in her nightgown and all.
I can't sleep either. So she has a dream, but it's not a complete one. Someone dies. Hey, CC, what's up?
Classic comics, buddy. What's going on? Don't worry, Dream Girl. Ooh.
Man, oh man. So she has a dream. Her dreams are never wrong. She's someone's supposed to die, but because she got scared awake or whatever, she doesn't know who it is.
Right.
Did she always have that Star Beauty mark thing?
I think she always did.
Okay.
Yeah, we pointed it out last. I pointed it out last time, saying at first when I first saw it, it was on a smaller panel. I thought maybe it was just a marking on the comic,
Yeah.
just like a spot.
Yeah.
But no.
Larry's here. Hey, Larry.
Larry, you want the oh my? You want the George Takei oh my? I'll see if I can find a George Takei oh my. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my. But Judy's my fave. I gotta have Judy in here. Like
Judy.
can't mess. All right, the screens. That's it. The screens. All right. Well, where's all the Legionnaires? Well, these guys are off gallivanting.
Yeah, Lightning Lad and Fanting Girl are.
And they still have punch cards for their computers.
Yes,
because that's what the technology was at the time they wrote this.
Oh yeah. True.
Wow. Just because you can't understand the modern technology, Sean, doesn't mean that other people can't.
The advanced technology of the 30th century, yeah.
It doesn't get any more advanced than this advanced technology that we're seeing right now.
Sahara Desert.
This is like super advanced.
Editor's note. The Sahara Desert of the 30th century is markedly different from the Sahara of today. Why? Does it have snow or something?
No, we dumped all our garbage there. That's
good. That's a good place for it. Good place for it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
must be one of these two.
Things and stuff are happening out there. Twister, a deadly fallout twister. Fallout twister. What the hell? So Lightning Lad lightnings it.
Yep.
And she thinks they both think one of these two are gonna kick it.
One of them's gonna die, I think.
Has to be. Oh, wait a minute. It's Phantom Girl. She's dead. Nope, there she is. She's just a phantom.
Hiding inside of a Lightning Lad to come back. So, who's it going to be?
Who's it going to be? Oh, no.
Oh, that's that Taco Bell I had 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it turns
out.
Oh,
man. Taco Bell was the only one that survived the food chain wars, right? Whatever it was, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
This was clever, actually, because she thought he was going. That turns out his Karate Kid she thought was going to die. Val, because when he fought those two guys, he took a stab to the side, and they explained it pretty well, like because of his master in the martial arts, he's learned how to shut down pain so much he just didn't really think of it. Didn't occur to him the pain, and she got into Brainiac 5 in the nick of time. It's a little short story to again reassure us that her power is important. I always loved the story for that.
Yeah. He also has pink eye here for some reason.
He does.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the printer.
Wow. Maybe it's infectious lass or whatever.
Infectious lad got in there, and well, you really ought to stop seeing infectious lass, Karate Kid. I mean, you're making
this looks like
projector jealous. What's that?
Yeah, this looks like Paul Hogan.
He does.
Yeah,
it's Paul. It's Paul Hogan.
That's not a knife.
He's got a weird doctor's thing with a side flap.
I like
which
that.
we haven't seen before. Yeah.
All right, so we're not going to do all 100 pages. There's reprints, the Legionnaire who killed, and the one where they were trapped in the prison in space or whatever. So, but there are 2 new stories. This devilfish thing was friggin' awesome. So awesome. I have 2 copies. I own all the issues tonight. Going forward, I think I own a lot of it. I have 2 copies of this particular one, and I remember reading it and thinking these were cool.
There were 2 stories in this one, right?
There's 2 new ones, yeah.
I mean, 2 new ones. Okay, Legion Superboy starring the Legion of Superheroes. Volume only, number 1. It is issue number 202. Cover date June 1974. Cover art by the great Nick Carty. Writer Cary Bates. Penciler Dave Cockrum. And introducing to the title, only in an inking status this point, the Mr. Iron Mike Grell. Yes. Letters, Joe Latrice, editor, Barry Botanop. That's, of course, the first story. The other story, that's Lost a Million Miles from Here. The second story is called Wrath of the Devilfish. In this case, it's Cary Bates writing, penciler and inks by Dave Cockrum.
All right. So I was just saving my... Okay. Let's do it. Here's all your stories. It even says new. So now we know what's new.
Neil Adams / Bates there.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Well, Adams and Murphy Anderson.
All right. New Legion featurette with Shrinking Violet and Colossal Boy. Colossal Boy's breaking shit as usual. Lost a million miles from. This is like Lost in Space.
Yes.
They're in their Klingon. They're in the Klingon bird of prey.
Yes.
And they
D7.
hear this weird sound, and it's actually a whale. So they have to go back in time to find this whale. Wait.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait a minute.
There'll be whales here. I remember that from Scotty
whales here.
beating them in. Yeah.
Admiral.
The nuclear vessels or whatever.
I wrote my book report in grade 6 on the novelization of Star Trek 4.
Oh, do you know what I wrote my book report on in grade 6?
Before. Yeah.
Which one?
Friday the 13th, part 3.
The novelization, yeah.
Which I have. They novelized it, and the C word is in it.
That novel was so well written. I mean, I love the part where it says, and then Jason stabbed this person, and that's when then Jason slashed this guy here. Oh, then he slashed this girl. He chased this girl over here. He wore his ski mask when he slashed this girl. Then he slashed this other person. It was really great. Oh, sorry.
The ski mask is prom night. Jason's got the hockey mask in that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Eye mask. I read that wrong. Excuse me. It's hockey mask.
He gets his mask. That's the one with Shelley, no? Part 3?
Shelley.
He's totally in that book or whatever.
Oh, I love that one where he slashed all those people and then cut them up. That was great, man.
That was great, yeah. No, this one was really good because there's a guy who's walking on his hands upside down and he slashes them like leg-wise through.
I have to say my favorite one was when he got bored with slashing people and just insulted them.
No, that was lame.
All the names and everything. That was great.
Oh yeah. I don't think you've seen this movie because you know that. So they're going home. Engines conk out. I've done this at my customer service job, throwing the headset.
Damn them. This
So,
sucks. Technological sucks. Radius bugs are dummy.
They're stuck. What are they going to do for? It's like we're stuck here. What are we going to do for a few hours?
Yeah, powers are completely compatible.
Woohoo! Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the fling for these two. Yeah.
So he goes out to check the
baby.
EV unit or whatever it was called. Remember in 2001, removal of the unit. He goes to remove it, and then
These girls are growing up, baby.
I like this shrinking violet. This looks good. This hair.
Yeah.
Mike
This
Grell
looks pretty
inking Dave Cockrum. That should have been stayed that for like 40 issues like that. Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Even though Grell's not an inker usually.
He goes out to get the unit that to repair the thing. And she's like, "Oh, you repaired it because it was working when you were gone." And he's like, "No, I didn't do anything, and now it's not working again."
She's like, "It's you.
It's a
You're the
mystery.
problem."
Get out of here.
It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma. No. So she's like, "Okay, well, why don't you just stay away from me, and it'll work?" No. They land on this meteor here, and he's like, "You know what? Take the ship, go back home, get somebody to come back and pick me up, and we'll go from there." And she's like, "No, I don't want to leave you, and you could die." And he's like, "No, that's fine. There's no sense, you know."
Yeah.
No sense in both of us.
I like how he put his boots on outside of his spacesuit and his gloves too.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for someone to mention it because I thought it was awesome. I really liked it. I thought this is kind of weird, but I really like this.
It is weird.
It is weird. Well, we can ask Rachel. Yep, she agrees. All right, thanks, Rachel. Go back to not doing your movies anymore because no one wants you. But no, it is neat. Remember when they had the Legion costumes? They all looked the same, the spacesuits, but then they had those spacesuits that had the logos on their chest. That was cool.
Nice. Yeah. That was cool.
And so as soon as Violet takes off, this thing starts to attack him. This is awesome. Like, this is like, holy crap. This is like the face here is really good. That's a nice art team. Yeah. So Clobby, you wanted that to go on for a while, eh?
I mean, look, I love Cockrum and Grell as pencilers, of course. They rarely did a lot of inking, neither one of them. Man, in fact, I can't think that's the only time Mike Grell ever just inked something that I ever know of. And yeah, I mean, he could ink, God, they're perfect for each other. But of course, Cockrum inking himself is fantastic. But this is, as you can see, it's very different from him just inking himself.
Do you think, do inkers, how does it, like, do you work your way up or how does that go?
Well, basically, that all kind of started eventually when you didn't get to make a lot of money as an artist, and they needed, when companies started needing more output, a penciler would lay everything out with a pencil. Sometimes they're just layouts, sometimes they're fairly detailed pencils, but then they started getting other artists to ink, quote unquote, ink or finish the art, and it made them able to get comic books out quicker. But some guys just went eventually. Around in the mid 60s, late 60s, into the 70s, in particular, and 80s, some guys made livings strictly as inkers.
Right.
I mean, you never see them do anything else but inking. Rarely would you see them do anything else. And there were career inkers, and a buddy of mine was one of them. In fact, he still is. But then, and they have a very distinct style of their own. A lot of them, you could tell who inked certain guy, and sometimes. But it varied in terms of how much the artist did the penciling, how much of it. This, for example, is full Cockrum. Mostly is. I want to say this is mostly full Cockrum pencils, but Grell, I see the Grell influence. You see that panel with a Colossal Boy right there?
Yep.
In that kind of zipatone.
Like
that's all Grell.
Okay.
All of that. The space shots, the way it looks. All Grell as far as that goes, but still. So, and what was going on at the time? Because we're going to see a letter in the next issue, or a little letters come, or a little that was dropped in there by DC in a not too complimentary way, saying, "Well, Dave chose to go on somewhere else, and so we're bringing in Mike Grell."
Huh. Oh, try really?
Yeah, the next, it's pretty glib. It's pretty. So yeah, because he did piss off. I mean, actually, he was pissed off at Carmen Infantino, who was running DC at the time, and he got kind of chased over to Marvel. But it just depends. Sometimes, and some inkers are overpowering. But yeah, it's really all about speed, getting comic books out on time, where a guy can make more money doing more pencil work and then having other people ink his stuff. That's where it was kind of came to be. Because before that, artists wanted to draw and ink their own stuff.
Right.
Yeah, like I always thought that like when someone said I did the art, I actually thought they did everything. Like I thought the artist as a kid did like all that stuff. It's like I didn't get there's pencils and inks. I think the first time was remember Todd McFarlane or not Todd. Everybody used to do those things where Stan Lee would come talk to them. Remember, Sean? What were they called?
Yeah, I can't remember. It's the video things, the VHS.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That.
Yeah, remember he would have guys, but I saw one. It was like that, but it wasn't that. It was just Todd on his own, and he said he was giving advice to artists. He's like, if you go to show your work or whatever, he goes, if you want to do like sequential, if you want to do pencils, he goes, then you have to show pages. He goes, don't just show up with like a fully inked thing because they don't know what you did. He's like. Right. He goes, so show up with a bunch of pencils. It's like, here's your pencils. Yes. He goes, if you want to be a cover artist, then you do the cover and say, here's my cover. Or if you want to do inking, then just show inked pages. He says, if you want anything, you need to show, because if you just show a full page, they're like, well, what did you do on this? Right? Mm-hmm. Like,
yep.
So
by that time, the business was like that. Mm-hmm. It didn't start really getting like that until the early and mid 60s and into the 70s, when a guy can make a lot more money by just being a penciler, or a guy can make a lot more just being an inker. That way they get more projects.
Right.
Yeah. That's why Byrne, when he got his chance and became a big superstar, he wanted the triple threat. He wanted to get paid as a writer, as the penciler, and the inker, which he did on Fantastic Four, which he did on Superman and other things.
Right.
And he should never been allowed to ink himself.
Mike Esposito, I think I've only known him as a inker, but I'm sure he did like
in the golden age. He did penciling like a lot, like the rest of them. Right, cartoonist, the good cartoonist, but simple cartoonist. But yes,
there's. I don't know if you watch the channel or J-Man, if you watch the channel My Retro Life with the guy who has all these videotaped moments of him as a child because his parents videotaped everything, but it's mostly video games. But he revealed in his last video. Which is about X-Men, he revealed that his uncle was Mike Esposito, and he has video of him as an old man playing with him and his brother, and inking his Spider-Man.
No, what channel is that?
My Retro Life.
Wow, he inked a lot of Ross Andrews. He and Ross Andrews were buddies. They were worked close together, and some of them are tracers. Classics. My buddy of mine, I tease him all the time, calling him a tracer, but no, usually inkers. I mean, look. Terry Austin is he's one of the best. Joseph Rubinstein, Klaus Janson, the great Joe Sinnott. Some of them are just make the name for themselves as inkers. But that, So.
Yeah, what classic? That's from Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. That's Chris Rock. It's yet more evidence that Kevin Smith is an asshole. Anyway,
wasn't that from that movie Chasing Amy or something?
I didn't watch it.
The tracer thing.
Probably. I know it's in.
I didn't watch it either, but I've told about it.
No, I think it's in Jane Silent Bob Strike Back, which I do.
I didn't watch it.
I'm 100% sure it's in that. It might be in Chasing Amy as well.
I was told it was Chasing Amy, but because it was about a comic book artist, but I've never seen it, so I don't know.
He might have recycled the joke for Chris Rock. So.
Mallrats. Okay,
yeah.
I do like Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. That's a super funny movie to me. It's his
best one. Yeah,
and Dogma is kind of fun, but everything else I don't care about that much. Like I don't care about Clerks. It's kind of I hate Clerks 2. I hate Clerks 3. I didn't see Chasing Amy. Mallrats is okay. And then everything else is just utter trash. Like Dogma's cool. Jane Silent Bob is really funny, and I genuinely think it's really funny, and I really like it.
Yeah.
Dogma, I do think is good. Mallrats is okay, and the rest can just go. I don't care about any of the
Kevin
rest.
Smith, so I'll never watch that, but anyway.
Yeah.
So
don't watch it. Don't watch
it. Guagnar, true. Coletta wasn't a tracer; he was an eraser.
Vince Coletta's favorite movie, Eraser, with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
I should have been in that. I should have
That's
been in
what
that movie.
Gil Kane called him that in front of all of us. He said he called Vince Coletta DC Comics' first sanctioned abortionist.
Oh God.
In Dallas, we heard him say it, man. He not like Coletta. And others have called him a pimp for real, and real life pimp.
Oh, he's a real life one, yeah.
Like so. Clerks, okay, cool. Yeah, Clerks Part 1 is okay. I don't care about 2 or 3. All right, let's continue on.
There we go.
Yeah,
really
sorry,
cool
guys.
So she's going like Shrinking Violet's actually smart here. She's like, okay, let me piece this together. Let me Doctor Who this. I'm going to try to explain what's going on, which is what Doctor Who doesn't
explain thing on Doctor Who anymore. Yeah,
I know this is the old. This is classic. She's been watching classic Who. In the 30th century, they lost everything after Peter Capaldi. They lost all of it, and they didn't bother to find it because they're like, that's good enough. So she's like, let me explain it. So she goes back to the tape and watches, and she's like, oh, I see what happened. This guy nailed him, just like the Karate Kid stabbing. He didn't know, and then when he shrunk, the thing shrunk with him and affected him, and then she shrinks, pulls it out, and does her little girly pose here. And she's like, you're good. And he's like, ooh, you're looking pretty good. Still small.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go. The end. Legionnaire who killed like this one. I remember putting a poll up for this one saying, should he be found guilty or not guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. The rules must be unanimous, Joel. You alone will condemn us if you wish, and you alone will be held responsible by me.
What did you think of that when you saw that first? Did you think are they going to come back in this movie, or because it's a little bit weird if you don't know there's going to be a part 2? You're like, what the hell was all that for? Like it's right. You're just like, what was all that? And they're not even in this. Like
at that time, I thought, this is Phantom Zone villains. Whoa! And when I was a kid, the first time I saw it, they're going to be in this.
I remember.
Then you're looking at your watch. Oh, and you're looking at your watch. Like,
there's
only 10 minutes left. I think there's only 10 minutes. Those guys aren't coming back.
By the end of the movie, I'm not thinking about it anymore, though. And then later, like, I guess I could. Maybe we'll get another one. But it did occur to me.
Richard Pryor talking about Superman 2 coming out, and he was like, you know what the Phantom Zone criminals in the first movie? We're gonna be back. And he's like no one knows this. Like he's telling Johnny Carson, like, well, they're coming back in this one. Oh, it's gonna be really great. It's like,
he says he goes and gets them. He goes, you know those guys in the beginning that win he goes and gets them and brings them out. It's like, oh, it's like, okay, so first of all, he doesn't bring them out.
I wish.
I gotta take him to task here. It's like, oh, a second, Richard. You're getting excited.
Yeah.
Guilty. Right. There you go. Guilty.
Morale, be reasonable.
Coming soon, OMAC.
Yeah, buddy. Whew. I'm working on a chain gang going down.
These three-eyed guys. Yeah.
That's the sound of Superboy working on the chain. Gang. Remember these days, boys? Seems like forever, doesn't it?
Yeah. I liked this one, though. It was kind of, there's some goofy stuff. And look, a Matter Eater lad eating a tunnel.
Got to do something.
Got to eat a tunnel.
Blockade Boy died or something.
Go eat a tunnel.
Go eat a tunnel.
Your way out of here.
Hey, with this fence up, we could play tennis. It's like, no, okay. Yes. Pushing logs all day.
It's like a measly fence. Like there's like a million superheroes there. It's like
no, they were depowered. Remember, Sean?
Okay, I can't remember.
Yeah.
That's the sound of the Legion working on the chain gang. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, you know what? No, they were forbidden to use their powers. They
had powers.
They were forbidden to use them, or else they get zapped or something.
Yeah. These guys had like a Liberace hair.
Fanty wanted the weight wizard to come back. Weight wizard.
Yeah.
He do well in the 21st century. Be like, I can change your. I mean, he could like charge big money for the obesity. I think that's good too. $200. I'll take off 200 pounds for every $200.
Right. And then what he does is that later he drives by and makes you like a year later he makes you heavy again, so that you have to come back to him.
Yeah, just like that guy right there. Why?
They
He
should
looks
have-
good, doesn't he? Wait, what's this? He's just like
What
a dick.
about-
He works around making people. In fact, he's such an asshole because he's had a weight problem all his life, and he gets that power. He goes around to like really fit people and sneaks like, "Watch this shit."
Yeah.
What the hell? He does it to Hollywood stars and shit just to be an a-hole.
Yeah, how long did it take you to get that, buddy? I work out 8 hours a day. Really? Psst. Oh well.
Better go back and do some more. Oh, what
They-
sure.
I think what they should do is they should change him to Weight Wizard, WAIT, and then his power is to make people wait.
Wait for shit. Like, yep. Waiting,
Oh, I'm next in line.
waiting.
Are you really? Psst.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta wait longer.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, man. I remember this. I was like, why was there 3?
Here, lad.
There's a big waist, a little head coming out of it. Like, oh, kill me! Anyway.
Oh, we're on memory lane, folks.
Was that Furiosa or Fury Road where he pulled out that baby that had like 4 legs?
It's this one.
It's Furiosa, and he's like, "Where's my child?" He's like, "Here it is." He's like, "You sure you want it?" And it's like,
yeah, it's like 4 legs and it's like 2 butts.
It has like 2 butts. And the guy's like, "No." He's like, and then Morton Joe's just like, really? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway, so let's pass this one. We're almost done. It's nice to just look at it a little bit as we go through.
that's Kurt Swan art, at least.
Yeah, this is all good stuff.
This was nice right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
so
nice.
cool.
Clockwork art with telling the little who's who of the Legion stuff going on. Always cool.
Starboy. What is she pressing? Or is she saying talk to the hand? Or like what?
Yeah,
is
talk to the hand. It
Talk
looks
to the
like.
hand.
Yeah.
Don't look at me, she said. Leave me alone.
it? Hostess fruit pie ads. No.
Yes.
Oh yes.
See, he's not look.
eating here. He's eating
a
he's got
sandwich.
bread. He's got bread with freaking tools and shit on it. It's a tool sandwich. Dude, why are you bothering with the bread?
Okay, and then you got Brainiac walking around saying, "I just got a new set of tools. Like where are those? Like, it's like Matter Eater, lad. Damn you!"
Maybe that's a football or something. Because food's a resource for people who can't eat wrenches, jackass.
Oh my
Don't
God.
eat food, Matter Eater, lad. It's all the same to you. What do you need to you put ketchup on there?
Yeah.
Or mayo? Or what, man?
All right.
Right.
Wildfire, spelled backwards. He's
His
a
name
manga character.
Urif Dilwid.
The mirror to it.
Yeah. Mom, there's this new character. I want a shirt. Oh, what's his name, honey? It's Oh, son, it's Wildfire, you dummy. What are they teaching you in that private school I've been sending you?
Wildfire. I just love this. I mean, that's one of the greatest costumes of them all.
Yeah.
It's the best. It never needed to change ever. It didn't for a long time. Look at
Is
that.
there a figure or no?
Oh yeah, I got him in the big Maddie collector gigantic set that I was able to get in 2011. So I'm lucky to get at least one.
That is awesome.
Timberwolf looks cool. All this looks so cool. Our
I
last
like
hurrah
this.
with the great Dave Conklin.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of this one? I like this a lot. I thought it was
liked it a
pretty
lot.
awesome.
Enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
Devilfish looks awesome. There's no figure for him, is there? Like I can't find anything.
Who? For who?
Devilfish.
Devilfish.
Oh no, I don't remember if ever he came back.
Yeah, he looks great. Like he looks fantastic.
Yeah, he really is cool.
Yeah.
I had this idea for a stream where we just take I'll just find 10 characters and then the name of the stream is Marvel or DC, and then everyone just votes in the chat. You think it's a Marvel character or DC character? And I was going to use Devilfish. Now we know that the guys here would know that.
But there's so many weird ones. Yeah. I
mean, wouldn't that be a cool?
Yeah.
But
It's like I'll just show a picture of a hero or villain or a character, and then we just say, is this Marvel or DC? Then the chat just puts Marvel, DC, and we just see how many people voted, and then we reveal if it's a Marvel or DC character. It wouldn't be Superboy or something. Like, it'd be like a weird
it'd be like
or like a weird costume version of a character or something.
Yeah, like Terra Man or like
sure. And you're like, what the hell's this, right? And then you just kind of figure out.
What was that guy's name? Funny Face.
I don't know who that is.
There's an old Superman villain that had like a happy face.
Oh dear.
Anyway, yeah.
All right, so the Wrath of the Devilfish.
Okay, one thing that happened with this, by the way, is in the 70s, Dave Cockrum created an intelligent, amphibious ocean creature and pitched it to both Marvel and DC at the same time. Marvel bought the concept first, and the Marvel character was named Manphibian. Dave learned that DC also wanted to include the same character in an upcoming Superboy story. After Dave alerted DC to the situation, the Manphibian character was reworked as Devilfish.
Awesome.
Manphibian, that's real? Was that not their version of the creature from Black
Legion of Monsters? Yes.
Yeah, because they had all the Universal monsters. That was their version of that guy. Yeah.
Oh, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was in the Legion of Monsters. That was like
Garth was the zombie. I can't remember his full name, but there's a zombie character.
Yeah, they're all here. It's all in Legion of Monsters.
Legion of Monsters. It was like a Marvel Spotlight or something. Yeah. They were in one of those mags too. So this is great stuff here. This is
I like Devilfish better than Manphibian.
Oh yeah, I do too. He's a good. This is very Star Trek type of a story.
Yeah.
As far as they think he's just because he's a weird looking, alienish looking type of thing or whatever, that he's a bad guy, but he turns out to be good. They, Mon-El at first. Well, you'll see as the story goes on. Mon-El is the one that's skeptical.
Right. So Wildfire gives up. It says his new name, and he joins the Legion. And then you've got Killer Bubbles.
Right. These parasitic bubble thingies. And they think Devilfish is responsible once we get to it.
Yeah, so they come back here. I love the arrows. Okay, go down here. All right, we got a saboteur. Dun, dun, dun. Who is it? Is it Superboy? Come on.
You ever really need both Superboy and Mon-El on the mission?
Yeah.
Whew.
You do if you want me to buy the comic for sure.
There you go. I'm with you there. What's the alternative? You got Element Lad and Light Lass? Jeez.
Oh, man. I like Light Lass. She's trying her best.
There's nothing wrong with her. It was, bitch later and some stuff. The way she treats Timberwolf, damn her. But anyway.
Damn her. You okay there, buddy? Phew, I got a little groggy. What the hell's going on around here? Something huge and inhuman. Not the Inhumans, just something inhuman. See, inhuman is where you're more than human. You're not just human, you're inhuman.
Yes. You're into human.
Yeah, you're into. Look at the footprints here. Uh-oh. That can't be good.
What the hell is that? What?
Footprints? What kind of shoes are them? I haven't seen any of those. This is cool. Suddenly it goes all black. Superboy's got his vision.
Infrared vision.
There's the G.I. Joe playset.
Yeah, you had that.
Yeah, I had that. Yeah, I had that playset. I did have that. All right, we got to wear these masks because we're the loser guys, and you guys don't need them because you're the cool ones.
We have powers.
Powers or anything.
There
he is.
Devil.
Oh man.
Devil. It's not nice to call me Devilfish, guys. I'm just saying. Whatever do to you.
I'm Angelfish. Why can't you call me Angelfish? So he only appeared once. And this is
wow.
That would be
looks
correct.
Great. Yeah.
Only once. That is correct, sir.
All right, so there he is. So he's got his telepathy. It's a half man and a half fish. Well, I would say it's probably like 75% fish or maybe 80% fish.
Wouldn't his name be Manfish? not freaking devilfish, you asshat. Like,
No, do you put the percentage more? So would you say fish man or man? Like if he's, I would say he's like 80% fish. Because like, where are you getting man?
He's more man than fish because he's a humanoid with like pecs and freaking biceps and whatever, but just like fish issue.
No way.
Flavor. Yeah.
He breathes water though.
So
that our main thing is breathing air. I would say he's more fish. He looks like a more fish thing. He's like a fish that's been. So
thumbs. Like,
was he? Yeah, no. Well, they've got the webbing.
He probably does. I'm just speculating.
Okay, so okay. So if this was Ninja Turtles,
yeah,
was he a man that got mutated to a fish, or was it a fish that got mutated to a man? I think it's a fish that became a man.
Right, he evolved into man form.
Ish, right? Not a man that
thousands of years
mutated or something.
Yeah.
So I would say fish man.
I know, but man fish sounds better. Man anything sounds better. Man thing.
Yeah.
Like, but not man super.
Man wolf, you know.
Not man super.
Man super doesn't.
No, yeah, well.
No. True.
Like how about lad element? Lad element? No, like it doesn't work on some of the guys. Man bat is okay. Man bat is okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's okay. All right. A lot of cool stuff here in the water. I like underwater stuff. So now they're all trapped in these bubbles. He like swims off. Did you ever like that Atlanta? What was that show, Man of Atlanta? I forgot the comic. Atlantis? Yeah, did you like that? The comic looked pretty cool.
I wanted to back when it came on. I watched it a lot. There weren't too many episodes. It didn't last too long. It was like a pilot and stuff, and it was kind of, to be honest, you probably resisted as a kid because you got this looks like it's Aquaman type stuff. But the stories are rather dull. I thought he doesn't really do much. He's not like a badass going around fighting villains, and he's got a bad guy in it played by Victor Borno, which is weird. But he doesn't really. I don't know. He doesn't really seem to have any really power other than the swimming thing. He's not Aquaman.
Right. The comic was really neat though.
Yeah, he's fighting like cyborgs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the show, I mean, I guess it was more of a laid back kind of a show for me as a kid. I mean, look, I watched it when I could, you know, and I maybe about 6-7 years ago when I think Warner Archive put them out or something. My friend brought them over and we watched a couple of them and they were kind of snoozers, but it's something worth watching, you know.
Look at these guys.
All right. So the bubbles are keeping them there, and then Devilfish realizes that the Legion are good guys, or he's reading their minds.
Yeah.
And then here's the bad guys. What were the bad guys' names again?
They look like Dr. Zeus's thing 1 and 2.
They look like Dr. Zeus thing,
but like mutated.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, this looks like Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's just weird.
They're the real bad guys. Oh man, it's like we effed up. We effed. So it's like Element Lad, what are you doing? Well, I'm going to use my powers and change the bubbles.
I'm actually use my powers this time, and
oh, interesting. Oh, very good. Oh, very good. Yes. What are you going to do now? I'm going to touch you, Mon. Be sure to stay out of range of the murderous bubbles. So now Mon-El is pissed. This was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This is so cool. So they communicate. It's been established in space or in water. They have an earpiece that allows their thoughts to communicate with each other. That's how the Legion communicate in space or underwater. And so what he does is he traps the Devilfish and then gives him the earpiece so that they can somehow communicate better. Yep. Because they can't, like, Devilfish can talk, but like nobody understands them, right? Or not talk, but he can communicate, but nobody can understand him.
Yeah.
And then here come the other guys, and then these guys are the villains. And
Mon-El, and Mon-El, being the scientist, man of science that he is, he gives the thing a chance to communicate.
Yep.
Yep.
Kill them! Kill the infidels! And now, super breath. He's got a guitar here. He's going to play some music. Wait, it's not a guitar, it's a gun. He blasts Superboy. He turns the guns into water. She makes them.
Yeah,
she
Elmer
makes,
Fudd is the best. Like, it's like you kind of don't need Superman and Mon-El. It's like he's one of the most powerful like characters
No,
on the team.
the way they get their butts kicked in this comic, you do need them sometimes.
Yeah.
yeah. So, and then this big awesome machine rises up. They literally throw them in their ship and throw it into space, and then takes their earplugs out. And it's like, oh, what happened there? I talked to Devilfish.
So they talk about like pollution and like one day we'll overcome. It's like it's the 30th century. Like if we haven't solved this yet, then we never will. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, we're never gonna. Yeah. Well, but the Devilfish eats the pollution.
Yeah,
that was Bates and DC wanting to preach. To be honest, and it was annoying. I didn't like it either. It was like, yeah, look, if anything, all they had to say was, "We've got that kind of stuff solved by now," and these guys are coming to start it all up again, or something like that. That'd have been the best way to handle it,
right? Yeah.
But yeah, it was silly. But I still like the concept of Devilfish.
He's great.
And he eats pollution.
Yes, that's pretty cool.
I would say bring him back, but they do something stupid with him. So
oh God, leave him alone.
Yeah. But like Todd McFarlane, if you'd like to make a figure, I totally buy it.
Oh, that Dark Side looks good. This is the
new Dark Side, yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
I sent Clobberin the pictures on Twitter.
Yeah.
I said, that looks like a badass star. I saw it announced at his one of his live streams. He announced it.
Awesome.
And it's big. Like, it'll be like a $60 one or something. Like, it's like a huge Dark Side. I might have to break down and get that. Superboy. This one was fun. I remember this one. I read this one. That's it.
2 blockbusters. Which are they? Let me see.
Oh, you want me to go back? Yeah, I'll go back. Hold on. Previously on Superboy.
Previously on Superboy. Oh, it's a Liberace head guy.
Superboy did a bunch of shit. You got Batman and Shazam.
Oh, cool.
Captain Marvel
collection.
Cool.
They're not just sized; they're supersized.
All right.
Before we do that, make sure everybody that you guys are subscribed to Sean and Clobberin Time. Clobberin Times. I put the link. Whoa, we're way up in the chat now. They're up there. They're up there, and they're also in the description of the video. So make sure you guys check that out. I'll put them in this. I'll put them on again for those who came in late. Remember when I actually saw the Phantom in the theater? People did come in late, which is actually funny. Because remember the beginning, it says for those who came in late.
That's a classic line from strip, but anyway, yeah.
The people did come late.
Yeah. That's what happened back then. Well, it happens now, actually, but
it still happens.
Yes.
Oh, remember somebody came late? I saw. I don't know if you guys like Memento, the one with Guy Pearce, where he has all the tattoos of his memories.
Yeah, I liked it.
I saw it 3 times in the theater, so I really liked it. And like the beginning is the end, right? So the end is him killing Joe Pantoliano, and then it rewinds back to how did you get to that point, and then the black and white scenes are moving forward in time, and the colored scenes are moving backwards in time, and they're also interspliced with each other, right? So it's like if you had scene 10 is first, and then scene 1, and then 9, and then 2, and then 8, right? So that the end of the film is the middle of the story. And this couple came in late, and I actually yelled to him, was like, "Hey, listen, if you missed the first 10 minutes, I would go back and get a refund, and come back, because like this movie's backwards. You missed the entire ending." And then they were they're like, "Oh," and they kind of didn't listen to me. I was like, "All right," and they sat down. I think they're completely confused, and they kind of left halfway through. It's like, dude, there's 15 minutes of trailers.
Yeah.
How are you late?
And you still came late. Yeah.
And you still came late.
That's silly.
Right? Like Sean and I are there like an hour early. Well, we were there. Hey, we were there for the 15th.
The only time I've seen a movie that started on time in the past 20 years, I think, was that stupid The Batman movie because it's so long. I think, and we got there. Oh, we're right. Something happened where we had to be right on the showtime. We said doesn't matter. They're gonna be 20 minutes of credits anyway.
Right.
And sure enough, there weren't. It was like it just started. But usually, and I guess that's because it's so long. Maybe something happened.
Yeah.
Usually, 30 minutes where I go usually.
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes of pre-show. Then there's 15 minutes of like other ads and commercials and trailers, and then the movie starts. So you got like 20 minutes before really anything starts.
Right.
Yep.
So it's outrageous. All right, the final comic of the night.
Superboy, starring the Legion of Superheroes, volume only, number 203, August 1974. Cover by the great Nick Cardy. Written by the great Caddy Bates. Penciled and inked by the great Iron Mike Grell. A very nice man. I'm a big fan of his. I miss my boy Dave Cocker, but I do love Mr. Grell. Letters Ben Oda, editor Murray Belchinov.
There's the nose that Sean doesn't like.
In the eyes.
Yeah, I don't really like that either. But I do love this comic.
Pandora's box. Now, all right.
One of the saddest Legion stories ever. We've had some sad ones, folks.
Yeah. Now I'd read this.
A landmark. Yeah.
I read this a long time ago because I started with 197 and I read this, and then I went back, and then for the stream I went back and reread. We're reading them again, and I forgot about this. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna end on a big one. Gasp! Never seen anything like it. Choke. All right. Pointing, Sean, you like this? You like the pointing?
These number people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this would be a great. Go ahead, Clobby.
I'm saying it's not a dead giveaway if the guy's kicking his way into something.
Yeah.
You were saying?
I was going to say, this would be a great, I crop this panel and I say Marvel or DC, and then everyone votes because this isn't obvious, right? They're DC characters, but you don't know if they're DC or Marvel characters, right? Because you don't really know what the characters are. So it's like a little bit of it's a bit confusing, but there is a hint, right? Like the guy's kicking. So, who kicks, right? Anyways, you hold the alarm. So there's these people breaking in. There's a lady and men. And they're all breaking into the Legion headquarters, doing different things to break in.
Looks like Black Panther.
It is Black Panther, yeah. What were those guys in the cartoon? The Fly. No, Fly?
Mm-hmm.
Remember Spider-Man? The cartoon, they had that. It's basically the black suit Spider-Man costume, but they're just called the Fly. There's two of them, right? Was it brothers or something?
In the original one?
Yeah, the original cartoon. I thought they were called the Fly or something. But then he found out that there's two of them. It was like that was the big twist. Like, oh my god, there's two.
What cartoon are you talking about?
Spider-Man.
66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Spider-Man.
So many episodes.
Human Fly twins is
Yeah.
Andy says.
The Human Fly, yeah.
I was thinking about the human. There's later a character called the Human Fly.
Yep. They were called
real life.
the Fly Twins. The Fly Twins.
Fly twins. This fly was open.
Yeah.
I used to be really immature. I know it's hard to believe. And every time that they came out with a new Fly series based on the old character of the Fly back in the 80s, they couldn't resist running around and opening up the comics. Hey, look, my Fly is open. So, thank you. I'm here all night. Only for a few minutes until they kill me. So this was I love when they do ridiculous stretchy things with their capes.
Yeah, just the cape tricks. Yeah.
We've been caped.
We've been caped.
That's right.
Hey, this is a capist.
Yeah, let's see if you can escape it. No. Meanwhile, several floors above, the last intruder has successfully penetrated the headquarters defenses. Dun, 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 dun. He breaks in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Here comes Superboy.
So that would be a bomb, but yeah.
That would be a bomb, not a bomb. I meant I won, and the Legion loses. And then he starts posing, starts doing the Hulk Hogan pose. And,
DXing. He's like, ah.
And then the NWO music play, or the DX music plays. Are you ready?
Look how they always have to stop and tell us that's the real name of this character. Like, yeah, okay. I guess it's obvious he's talking to him.
They keep saying that, yeah.
Yeah, Jan is the second sister. Jan is the middle sister. Thank you.
Sure, Jan.
Jan. It looks like he has his tongue. It's just I think the coloring is weird, but it looks like he's like going.
Yeah.
Well, you guys broke through the defenses. Where is he? What? The damn Legionnaire who was supposed to be on patrol here? I don't know. The museum was empty. Damn it! It's like, hey, Invisible Kid, what are you doing? He's hurt. He's fallen down. Lyle is Invisible Kid's true name. It ain't gonna matter this issue, is it?
Yeah, it's why you're telling me now.
Lyle Nord.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it at the end.
Yeah.
Right. Let me put this thing on him. We can project his thoughts.
Oh my God, he was watching Perot and
he was.
Yeah.
He was watching Triple Z films. In the 30th century, they're Triple Z films.
Triple Z's. So he's going, oh my goodness, she's hot. I mean, what?
Ooh, look at this lady of the mist here. Ooh. Hey, misty woman, I want a kiss. Whoa, what's going on? Whoa, what the heck? First Mila. It's like, wake up, what happened? Oh, we were just watching your mind. Who's that hottie? Who's that misty girl? Oh yeah, that's Mila. She's my girlfriend. I don't want you too near her. Continued on next page.
Okay, here we go. Super Talk. This is Super there. Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much the reason we reduced the usual space of letters, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Introducing Mike Grell. It was displayed. It lost 1 million miles from home over Cockrum's pencils. So have got news for you first. The bad news. Dave Cockrum, who was virtually unknown until in the field and gained star artist status only only after we gave him the opportunity to do the Legion, has departed. What does that sound like to you? Nobody knew who he was, and so we gave him a shot, and now he's gained some status in the field, and now he's living. Ingrateful bastards. But Dave Cockrum was a nice guy, by the way. Everyone liked him, and then of course they talk about Iron Mike Grell, and so I think there was another part here that got kind of snippy about Dave, but you get the idea.
Wow, that's crazy.
Why you got to put that in the comic?
Yeah.
So Dave Cockrum, that piece of trash, who was literally a piece of trash that we picked up off the street. We stepped on him, and then we noticed that there's something on our shoe, and we looked underneath, and it was Dave Cockrum. And then we took that thing off our shoe and said, "Hey, did you want to do comics?" And then we let him do comics. And even though they were trash and garbage, we still let him do comics anyways. And then they were somewhat okay. And then the second they were somewhat okay, he effed off and went somewhere else.
That guy.
But the good news is Mike Grell's here.
So did Marvel poach guys actively? And did DC do
they both did it.
It's like, we'll pay you double or whatever, and then they go with them.
They both did it.
Yeah.
And this was around the time, pretty much when he was getting close to get ready to start doing X-Men. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he even did some designs that he was going to use for Legion that ended up being for X-Men. Nightcrawler being a big one.
Right.
Yes, Nightcrawler. What about like Colossus? Like a lot of those guys, right? We're supposed to be. That'd be so. Today I had a doctor's appointment, nothing serious, and I was wearing my Legion shirt. So my doctor's assistant likes superheroes and stuff, but he doesn't know a lot. So he's like, oh, he goes, what are who are these guys? He's like, this kind of looks like it's like a Marvel thing, like almost like X-Men or something. I'm getting like X-Men Marvel vibes. I was like, well, I said, coincidentally, today I'm doing a live stream. I literally said this. I was like, and one of the guys who created some characters, do you know Nightcrawler and Colossus? And so he's like, yeah, I like those guys. He's like, well, they were going to be. I didn't say they're not on this team because it's the subs. I didn't want to get into all that. Yeah. I'm just like, they weren't part of this. He's like, oh, he goes, I thought I was getting X-Men vibes. I did say X-Men. I was like, no, you're good. So I said that. So there you go.
There'll be times I've been running around with like the Legion shirt I'm wearing now with the Neil Adams one, the one you got in the background there with the Perez one with Superboy. And I always have fun with people go, "Hey, Superman." I said, "Actually, it's not Superman." What do you mean? Well, of course it's Superman. I mean, what do you mean it's not Superman? It's not Superman. And when you jump, it's Superboy. They go, huh? Oh, I don't get it. But it's not.
Yeah, I wore that
Superboy.
shirt to the office, and one of the high up managers, they were having a meeting, and he's like, "Oh, I see J-Man's wearing Superman." I said, I'm gonna have to pull this. I said, "I'm real sorry, but it's not Superman." I said, "It's technically Superboy." I said, "I know you don't know because you're just saying it's Superman, but I have to be a nerd and I have to point out that I can't let this meeting end without pointing out that it's not Superman." Everyone knows that I just talk whatever.
I can't stop. Yeah, I can't stop myself either.
I can't do it. I can't.
No, I have to.
I have to. Forgive me. But, all right.
Yeah, Grell on Grell. I mean, that's the thing. This is something you didn't see a lot. Grell rarely got a chance to ink his own work. But the next 2 issues he does. This is cool. Right?
So this was sort of like, remember when the Doctor explained the TARDIS? By saying that, like going like this, look, this hand is bigger than my body now, or whatever.
Yeah, to Leela. Yeah.
So he's explaining here how when he turns invisible, he can sometimes enter this completely different sort of like plane of existence or dimension, however you want to say it. And it depends on his focus. So he goes like, if you're focusing on this pen right now, I almost become, there's actually a good shot of it. Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So he's like, okay, so if you're looking at this pen and focusing on the pen, everything behind it becomes blurry. But then if you focus on me, then the pen becomes blurry. And that's what they're showing here.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Convey that here too. Like he's less detailed in that first panel, and he's more detailed because you're supposed to be focusing on him, and the pen is less. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So that was pretty well done. So he's explaining to her now. She doesn't have the exact same kind of they don't have the pigtails. It's more like just clips here.
Yeah.
So she has like little clips on the side of her hair.
Yeah.
Jim Shooter's a poacher. Oh man.
Oh, he did it. Yeah. He also had people poached from him big time in the 80s.
Poach. He liked poached eggs.
I can't neither confirm nor deny that. So yeah, this is this is a lateral move. It's not like a step down from Grell. I mean, if I could have Pete Cockrum inking himself or Grell inking himself, I'm going to probably barely, slightly go Cockrum. But this is, I mean, I love this too. Yeah.
So, Dream Girl again in her. No, she doesn't use covers. Mm-hmm. Very warm in the Legion doesn't. No AC like in the 30th century.
This is like twice tonight we got to see Dream Girl dreaming in her sleeping gowns or what they are, whatever, her lingerie or whatever.
Yeah, her leg up.
Yeah, buddy.
Like, woohoo.
These Legion girls are growing up. Look at her, man. She's just saying.
Yeah, and Superboy used the X-ray vision.
I mean, look, she's not even in a costume.
Yeah.
No.
It's like
not necessarily.
I just woke up. Oh, what happened, Dream Girl? Oh, some bullshit happened. Well, damn it.
Yeah. And then you get to see Santa Girl. Oh, I love that costume too. I love her 70s costume. Jesus.
Yeah, this is a good costume for her too.
He said, something, Superboy, this is really starting to get on. Where's Shadow Lass? Well, at least you got a girlfriend, Monel. Sure.
Yeah, really. He's summoning Validus. Well, hold on a second. Let me go check.
I love how he flies like a bazillion light years. It's super duper faster than light speed. I love it.
So we have to do every appearance of this guy. We have to do this. Finally, The Rock has come back to Superboy comics.
Yeah. Finally,
The Rock. What's his name, man? The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah. He's I love the Rock. He's a great character.
Yeah, he looks cool. I'm half the man you are.
I mean, was it Emerald Empress to insult him? I calls him half a man.
Yeah.
Well, he is half a man.
You're only half a man.
Half the man.
I'm
like,
not
where
half
does
the
that-
man I
the-
used to be.
Yeah.
Does it go full half here? Like that would be weird.
Yeah.
He is
Okay.
full half.
You look
That's a
like-
weird thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. So cool. So cool. Interesting design.
There's my phone blowing up with people who aren't watching the stream. Watch the stream. All right.
Don't cross them though. Don't cross the streams. Just watch.
Don't cross the streams. No. All right. So, well, it can't. He's in major surgery. Yeah, like a whole section of his brain has been removed
I'm
to
in
do
captain
this surgery.
surgery. Why don't you just kill him?
Lieutenant surgery. Yeah.
Kill him.
Just
son.
kill him. Right? Just kill him right now. It's like we can't do that.
So who's controlling Validus?
Yeah, who's controlling him? The Invisible Kid's last try, literally last. But maybe one day he'll come back. Nope, we didn't get that line at the end.
We'll get another. We'll get another Invisible Kid one day.
Well, Monel, I really like that girl in that invisible world. It's like, well, that's great, but you got to do your job. Yeah, okay.
Living in an invisible world because she is an invisible girl.
Yeah. Superman flies back. Well, what's going on here? There's Validus. Dive bombing. Whoosh. Oh, I've got to go fast. Whoosh.
Punches them.
Like he got all like, oh, and then he gets grabbed and thrown.
Right down to the to his buddies. That was a good throw, man. Right to where he wanted it to go. Validus smash.
Smash. Here they go. Here comes Legion. Cry, chop, 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 chop. It's like, guys, Superboy just got nailed. Why would you be able to do
Yeah.
anything against them?
Judo chop.
Judo chop.
Yep. Can't hurt Validus.
Sunboy tried to do his sunboying. Look at this. Like, what the hell? His head got slammed.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Invisible Kid, where are you?
Holy
Meantime.
bell bottoms. Whew.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
He's for you, man.
How is she gonna even walk? They're gonna just get
Yeah.
fired in
Just
themselves.
like swish. Yeah.
All right, he comes to fly around. He gets nailed. And now we find out that this is weird. It's like part of Thorok's brain made itself better. Like, is that what's going on? I don't. So the electronic components from Thorok's brain, they're still alive, okay?
Okay.
But they're no longer controlled by the original Thorok. They're operating on their own.
On their own. Like Tyr's gun, you know?
Yes.
It's its own thing.
Yeah.
It's a theme, man. Like their weapons just do shit on their own.
So I got this idea. I'm gonna grab that thing and crush it before this guy crushes me.
But then he gets crushed.
But he gets crushed.
Dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun, dun.
He's dead, Sob.
Mm.
Validus murdered him.
Yeah. Don't blame him. He was only being manipulated. No, blame him. Why not?
By
Yeah,
Validus.
well,
Yeah.
can't say anything. Spoilery. She's
He's
a
dead.
hot ghost girl.
Milo, the girl from the invisible world. No,
No,
I'm a ghost.
ghost.
I loved him, but I'm a ghost. Well, that sucks. She's fading away. And he's dead. And maybe he'll come back one day. Nope, they don't say that. They just say he's dead.
Yeah,
No, man, Jacques. I always said
Jacques Bocart.
but yeah.
Yeah. I like Jock. I started to like him after a while.
He's cool. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he got blasted in the head, and he got that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay. Can you start over? Yeah, we'll start over for you.
yeah, we will. Yeah, Death of another Legionnaire. Damn.
And that is it.
Sad. Great stuff, though.
There you go. So let's go back to our now I do have the next. There you go. Those are the next ones.
All right.
So this was episode 43. Next week is episode. Is it next? Yeah, next week is 44, right? Yeah.
I haven't been counting them. I need to start.
I've been counting them.
Got them counted, so yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I've got them counted. Cool. All right, let's take a look at real quickly the human fly, or no, what was it called? The Fly Brothers, Spider-Man, the Fly Twins. There you go.
Yeah.
There, these guys.
Oh yeah. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Cool.
Bum, 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 bum.
That's the Fly Twins. Let's see if they have Dark Side. I guess what, McFarlane toys.
Why they're doing them?
Did you see the pictures I sent, Clobby?
Yeah, I saw you sent a picture. You put a picture of Dark
there it is.
Side.
That's
yeah. That's it's not bad.
It's pretty cool.
I have a pretty good Dark Side. He's not as big as like in the middle like that, but it's a big one though. He should be fairly tall.
So look at the hand here.
That's pretty good. But they did a really lousy one before this. One of the Super Friends one.
Yeah, the Superpowers one. That was all.
Superpowers one, yeah.
Yeah, that sucked ass.
This, yeah, I did.
This looks incredible.
Yeah.
I think I might have to buy that.
Got a cape.
I try not, and it's cloth cape, so and it'll have the wire so you can manipulate it better.
Oh, cool. Yeah, they're doing that a lot now, wire capes.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Nice.
All right. Okay, so let's take a look here. Tomorrow, Sean and I are going to finish up.
Don't forget your poll, by the way.
Oh, let's take a look at the poll. Yeah, hold on. Let's look at the poll. Okay, so best issue of the night, 85% Wildfire returns. Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. That was an easy one.
He didn't really return. I mean, he turned in for a second, but yeah.
Yeah, he was just.
So I thought about that for cinema reasons because I love Wildfire, but I went with the last one because it was such a Legion landmark story. Death of a Legionnaire that's actually stayed dead. Well, until never mind.
Well, I mean, that's why I was like thinking. I didn't think it was going to be super duper for sure obvious, like because there were some like all those and the Devilfish was pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked everything. It was all good.
So I really think there was a lot of good
story
ones.
About Dream Girl.
Yeah, like they're all pretty good.
Short little story. All of them were really quality. Good stuff with great art. I mean, this is one night where it's consistent. All the art was great, and then the old stories were, clever and pretty good, and from clever to really, good and enjoyable. So, top-notch night here, in my opinion. Great stuff.
So sorry. Tomorrow, yeah. So that's tomorrow's stream, season 3 and Rebirth. We're going to finish that up, and then we're going to do the Transformer Wars, which I will explain. It's good. There's going to be a lot of explaining. You're going to have to just trust me on a lot of it. This Friday, we're doing Fantastic Fridays. So there you go. Those are the ones we're some classics in this one. So, and X-Men, that's epic. And then next week, boom, here you go. Next week, I got the graphic ready. So there you have it. What did we miss here? Years later, Molecule, and they reveal who they came from. Oh, nice. Is their fly open? Oh, Clobby, look at that. You've got a friend who has the same level of humor.
Tim.
What do you got going on?
I never make a joke like that. Sorry,
no. What's going on tonight, Clobby?
Oh, a little over there. I'll be on my channel for some Monday Night Marksy Comics talk. I just, I know it's a holiday, but we'll just holiday it. We'll do like I often do. Open Comic Geek Talk. We'll talk about anything anybody wants to talk about. As long as it's the 2 requirements or it has to do with comic books, and I've got to give a flying crap about it. Just kidding. Even if I don't, I'll talk about it. It's just if I don't know anything about it, I'll have to fake it, right? It's like modern comics. I won't be able to say much other than they suck.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so.
All right.
And they'll say, well, how do you know, Mr. Smarty Pants? Do you read them? I'll say no. Then they go, well, how do you know they suck? And I'll be like, just do, all right? Trust me.
Yeah. Water's wet, fire's hot, and modern comics suck.
And J-Man told me, I'll use J-Man, even though he's not there, I'll just use him. Like, he said they all suck. And then a
lot of them do.
They'll say, no, I saw him review a new comic that he liked. I said, no, he was lying to you just to get you to buy it because he gets a payoff.
If I got a payoff, I would shill the crap out of it. And I know how to do real shilling.
Yeah.
No spitting my coffee out or whatever. That's stupid. My shilling would be a lot better. I'm going to take these shills to task. They're so you got to be a bit more realistic in your shilling. You got to be like, you know, I didn't think this was going to be that good, but man, it blew me away. This was fantastic. Just like the drama, like the characterizations were on point. Like, you know, you can't be feeling like, like some of these people are so. There's this one channel
they do it, and I don't get what they're doing. Like,
it's so obviously bad and fake that you're like this. It's almost parody. Like
Grace Randolph or something. Sorry.
Yes, that's one of them.
My Grace Randolph story is like years ago when she was starting out, I didn't know who she was, and she was in my feed. And I watched a couple reviews of hers, and she would mispronounce stuff, and she was wrong on certain things. And I'm like, this woman doesn't know what she's doing. She's just fumbling through things. Whatever, man. And then, like, a year later, she's enormous. I'm like, what happened? Like, how did she garner? It's like you just turned off by her just listening to her. I don't get how she is such a giant superstar now.
No,
is she like a legitimate reviewer? Or
people? There's a lot of views. Well, there's a lot of those channels. There's that one guy, which I'm not going to name, who compiles all of the shill reaction videos and puts them together. And I just cry my eyes out every time. And it's like, and people are watching it, and it's like, we just saw. Well, Clobberin, what else you got going on? Let's do let's do what you got, because what else you got? So you got Monday night.
Yeah, I got Tuesdays and Thursdays at midnight. That's after dark, and Wednesdays at the comic roundtable with Loki. But then in my show, Wildcard Wednesdays on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights with the Clubhouse with Blake 7 review and Gold Jack review and Star Trek comic review with number one and Mark, and then of course back with you guys here, and then with Nick, on Fridays, and with Nick on Fridays, and Saturday at Star Trek this week there will be no Voyager episodes. You're off the hook with Voyager. I get a break from Voyager. Our number one will be out on a mission somewhere. Raquel will be out on an away mission. So I'll be doing my countdown of every episode of Star Trek, the original series, ranking them, that is.
So, I'm gonna try to stay up for that one as much as I can.
Thank you.
Sean, what's going on?
Tune into my channel for comic reviews, modern comics, and I'm trying to get more old ones. I have to find a lot of time to shoot a bunch of videos. I've been busy at work, but anyhow, and also like old retro stuff as well. So just up Sean 77.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. So okay. So what were we hyping about, the new comic or the shills
and stuff? Yeah.
No, but like on a serious note, I watched. I'm changing to just so people don't get confused. The Legion live. This is the Legion live stream after dark, or post show commentary. And Clobby, whenever you got to go, just let me.
I'm no hurry, dude. Whenever you have ready.
So no, I watched the Acolyte trailer with my wife,
boy.
And
they got a new one out.
There's a new one.
I don't know, but literally, I don't know what the story is at all. So and my wife doesn't care about Star Wars. Like it's not sacred to her, right? Like she thinks like Rogue One is better than Return of the Jedi, right? Like, so for her, I think Rogue One's like her second favorite.
Hard to argue with that,
right? So I think she likes it better than Star Wars too, right? Like,
that's easy to argue with,
right? So she doesn't, because she doesn't have she doesn't care about these characters. She's like. And she watched all the movies at once when I showed them to her. So for her, she's like, "Oh, Rogue One was a cool movie. I like that story." And everyone, she likes sad stories, so everyone dies because she likes that better.
Yeah.
Anyway, and she liked Princess Leia and all that, like from So anyway, so she's like, "Oh, what's the storyline here?" And she's like, "I can't tell what's going on in this." I'm like, "I have no idea. Like, what is this? Like, what is it?" And no, but they're all like, "This is so great. This is amazing." Like, but what are you excited about? Like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, I legitimately, I liked Fury. I loved Furiosa. I love Fury Road. We just talked about that. Those are these bad movies. It's like that people are saying are not that good, but I like them, and I'll tell you why. But I can't see anything to get hyped up for. Like, what are they pumped up for? What is Acolyte? I know the story because someone leaked it. And I read that.
they don't understand what branding is. I said this before, I'll say it again. It's like watching those clips or whatever and trailers of the Acolyte, it's not apparent to me that it's even High Republic, which it's supposed to be. It's like none of the iconography, if there ever was any, is in there. It's like you're saying it's High Republic and you're not using any of the High Republic things. Like none of the creatures that you introduced in those books are in here in this. There's a character that's supposed to be Vernestra Rowe. So Vernestra Rowe had a whip rather than a lightsaber. And so they showed someone with a whip and it's like, oh, it's Vernestra Rowe. It's like, is it? I mean, she's supposed to be green. Like, I mean,
so
what's happening?
Lightsaber? Is it like a lightsaber?
Yeah.
In the He-Man movie, right?
Whip.
Yeah, it's just a whip. It doesn't solidify into a lightsaber.
But is it like Blade's whip in Masters of the Universe with it's like an energy, like it's like a lightsaber,
it's an energy whip. Yeah,
it's an energy whip. Okay.
Yeah.
So is that in this show?
It's in it's in one of the trailers.
Yeah, I don't even remember because it's just there's nothing there.
There's gonna be no story. No one's gonna care about this. They're fighting hard on the iconography. Everyone knows. I'll say that I don't know if you watched the viral. You don't know who Jenny Nicholson is, right? But she made a 4-hour takedown of the Star Cruiser thing, like that the big hotel. Because she went to it.
Yeah.
It's taken her this long to make the video, and of course, while she was doing it, they closed it down. So she's like, "Okay, well, I guess this is an autopsy." But she went to it, and she everything's in excruciating detail. And she's like, "Listen, none of this looks like Star Wars. That's the problem. It's like this isn't what you associate with it." And it looks like they cheaped out. Like when you think of Star Wars, you think of the cantina scene, and everyone has tried to do their own cantina in all the other movies, right? And there's nothing like that here because it's all just humans. It looks like Star Trek, you know? It's all just officers on a ship, right? And there's one Rhodian, and they use her sparingly because I don't know, it's the most expensive prop they have, like a big animatronic head on a body. But my favorite thing was they have she paid $6,000 to go to this with her and her sister, right?
Wow, that's crazy.
And it's like 2 days. And they're watching, they're at the dinner theater thing with the woman that sings all from the trailer for Star Cruiser. And she's behind a pole. She's like, they sat me behind a pole. And it's like, you can't, and she can't see anything. And she's just showing, it's like a big pole. And they're singing behind it. And it's like,
wow,
it's hilarious, man. But no, it's amazing. And she just goes through, it's like, we've said it before, we'll say it again. What do you think of if you're going to a Star Wars land in Disney World? You're going to go to Tatooine. You're going to go to the cantina. You're going to go see the AT-ATs on Hoth, right? You're going to go to, even if you wanted to do sequel things, Canto Bight, Maz Kanata's Palace. And they came up with this bull crap thing of like, no, it's going to be immersive. So we'll make a whole world. Instead of people walking from one scene to the other, that's going to take you out of it. No, it doesn't. And it's like, we'll make a whole world that hasn't been seen in the movies. And we'll say, oh, it's brand new, never seen before. Okay, but the problem is I want to go into Star Wars. I don't want to visit a planet I've never seen before in the movies. It's like, and we're not stupid. If I walked from the Hoth area to the Tatooine area to the Bespin area, I'm not going to be like, oh, how am I walking to these areas? This is bullshit. No, I'm on vacation and I paid for a Star Wars land. They're idiots. It's unbelievable. Like, they're not using their own iconography. Like, I remember you saying you're talking to your cousin, J-Man, and you're like, no, there's no Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, no, so the thing is that these people were talking to me about my family. I'm like, not the black sheep, but I'm like the this guy. Everyone else is like the norm. But they like stuff, like they just like, and they know things through me or just in general. And like, they'll ask me stuff. Like my cousin will be like, oh yeah, Star Wars. She's like, oh, I want to go. It's like, oh, like my nephew, it's like, oh, he's getting a little bit into Star Wars. He likes Luke Skywalker and stuff. I was like, yeah, it's like Luke Skywalker's not there. He's like, well, he's like, what do you mean Luke Skywalker's not there? That is Star Wars. And like, and she's like, but that is Star Wars. I'm like, well, it's not though. See, And we say this all the time. Sean has always said this about the branding. It came up with the Kevin Smith He-Man thing. It comes up with all these Star Wars things. You're missing what it is, and you can't just put like the word "Star" and "Wars" on something and say this is now Star Wars. I'm going to
do it all the time,
and then you're like, well, but it's not Star Wars though. Like, what is it? It's not just like by that. I could just take any sci-fi movie. Like I could take Judge Dredd. Let's take Dredd, the Dredd movie. You could easily put Star Wars and just call it Star Wars Dredd, and you'd be like, oh yeah, it's some weird thing. It's like the guys are these peacekeepers. They're like, okay, and someone might be like, oh, I guess that's Star Wars. It's like, okay, but it's not Star Wars. But you can't just put Star Wars on anything and then just call it that. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, what is this story? And there isn't any for any of these things. And it's very obvious. And people just lose. It's Luke. It's building the lightsaber is cool.
Yeah.
I'll give them that Star Wars land. Making your own lightsaber, that's a for sure cool thing.
They're cheap though.
It's not cheap, no. No. But again, I would say, yes, that's a checkbox. Yes, that's a Star Wars thing. You go to this thing and you make your lightsaber. That's cool. Making a droid, making a protocol droid, or making an astromech droid, that's cool. I like that. I kind of think that's even cooler than making the lightsaber. I like the idea that you make your own little R2 unit. You can pick its head, and nobody wants to make BB-8 because he's trash. But but making your own R2 is pretty neat. So that's a check. But then I watched a lot of these ones, and you go and you're like, okay. You go to this thing, it's like, what is this? Oh, this is the First Order, but nobody knows what that is. Even the people that, even if you like the First Order, you don't like them more than you like the Empire.
No.
It's like, how can you have a Star Wars land and not have the cantina? How can the cantina not be the restaurant? I don't understand.
It was like, oh, they're going to have a cantina and there's going to be like animatronic guys and stuff. And all the aliens that you saw in that scene are going to be there.
Right. Chuck E. Cheese. You had Chuck E. Cheese? Is Chuck E. Cheese in the States?
Chuck E. Cheese is American.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So you go to Chuck E. Cheese and instead of Chuck E. Cheese, you just change the decor. You make it the creature cantina look, make the stools and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then the animatronic people are going to be the people, the monsters in the thing.
And the guys with the eyes.
And the guys with the eyes. And
the classic song,
We went to Star Trek Hilton.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And Quark's Bar was Quark's Bar.
And it's literally there, and he's like talking
to Quark himself is actually there talking and doing stuff. Like, I don't understand.
The Borg are there, and the Borg are like abducting guys and stuff. It's cool.
When you went to it because there was no original series stuff there. So this is along the same lines. That time when that came out, I was still original series. I didn't like any of the other shows that much. I watched OTN, and when I heard that there's nothing from the original series, I was like, well, I don't care. But I didn't care about it. Yeah. I would like to go. Don't get me wrong. If it were now or later, if it hadn't gone away, I would have gone eventually. But for years, I didn't give a crap. For similar reasons to what we're talking about right here.
Yeah.
Right. But they still had stuff based on other treks. I understand that.
But that's a plus.
It's not the same, but there's almost nothing to the original series. And everyone who went to see it with me, went to see it before me, will say, yeah, you wouldn't really like it. It's not anything to do with the original series.
The museum was cool, though. That had original series stuff.
Yeah, the Gorn was there and all
that. So they had, the rides. The thing is, it's like from the original series, like, I guess at that point, original series was one thing, and then there was Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Next Gen, which all were one kind of cohesive world, and they're all the same thing around the same time. So it's like you may as well base it on the three things versus the one thing. But the original series, they had tons of shit. I have a Tribble. I bought Tribbles. They had tons of stuff to buy from original series, and the museum had museum was in sections. So original series, Next Gen, DS9, Voyager, they had tons of cool shit. Yeah, the full Gorn costume was there. The rides, there was no Deep Space. The Deep Space Nine was Quark's Bar. That's it. The ride was a Borg abduction ride because that is cool because it's a ride. Like it has to be like, oh, the Borg, Yeah. And the other ride was the Klingons are attacking. So it was a Klingon attack, Next Gen, and a Borg attack on Voyager. And those are the rides.
Oh, yeah.
Original series, I actually thought about this. Like, what would I have put probably the bridge, just to have the bridge.
The bridge and they encounter something, and then you get to see them fight them and all.
Yeah, like that would have been something. That would have been a third ride. If I had to add a third ride, that would be the ride. Because Deep Space Nine, you can't do anything. They're on a space station, so like, I mean, it's like you having Quark's bar is good enough. That's the eatery, and that makes perfect sense because there's not really a bar. You're not going to go to 10 forward or whatever.
But the point is that it's stuff you're familiar with from what you've seen in the shows, and then you're in it,
right?
And they didn't even do that with Star Wars Land. It's like none of the stuff there is from any of the films. It's just weird. Like, wouldn't you think that all the droids and stuff would be around? And it's like you can totally do like remote control guys. Like, what's the problem?
Oh, the 500 first guys do it all the time.
Yeah. No, and that's she said that Jenny Nicholson lady said that you get more Star Wars out of going to a Comic-Con. There's like iconography there. There's all these iconic guys in accurate costumes and everything. And I remember the first time I saw a 501st guy speak with that intercom voice, just really, awesome. And I was like, "Oh, they stepped up now, man!" It's like it's not just like pre-recorded stuff. It's like they can actually talk, and it comes out sounding like the guys from the movie.
It does,
great, you know. Yeah,
and that Darth Vader guy is exactly Darth Vader. Holy crap!
Yeah.
He's the best. So yeah. And that whole thing is a fail. It's just brutal. I wanted to mention before we go, we'll end off. Sean and I are going to a pulp show this
Saturday.
So I'm trying to. So I got this at the last one. I'm reading it now. I'm almost done. Lynn Carter. This is great, Sean. If this is there, buddy, did you get this one, Sean, or no? Do you have this one, Tyler?
No.
Oh, you gotta get it. I'm like halfway through. It's only 140 pages or something. This bloody character. First of all, he's supposed to have red hair, blue cape, and 2 swords. So I don't know how they missed the blue cape and red hair, but he's clearly. It's like literally an entire page describing what he looks like. But this guy's the damn best.
That's old, or it's a reprint of an older one.
No, it's old. It's 60 cents. Everything there is old.
It was if either one's familiar with the legendary DC Comics writer Gardner Fox.
Yes.
He used to write Conan type fiction all the time. He wrote a few Conan like books in the 60s, I think 70s. So Gardner Fox used to write some. My friend Minimus Claude, he's got those. So
I'm checking his bibliography.
Yeah, they were like I forgot the name of that character now for the life of me. I can't remember, but it was basically that kind of stuff. Gardner Fox was a golden and silver age legend.
Planet Stories.
Yeah, he wrote, but it was a barbarian type. It was a sword and sorcery type series he wrote as well. I'd have to look it up and find out for you if you can. But chances are you can find it by looking at his.
I'm looking at his stuff here.
Bibliography or whatever.
They don't have they have some comics, but mostly it's books.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So
I bought the complete Star Trek photo novels there last time.
Oh, nice! Yeah,
and it was like $100.
The older ones.
12. Yeah, the 12 of them.
Yeah, I remember.
Nice.
Yeah, and I got the Making of Star Trek.
Book, and I got the paperback of the motion picture comic.
Nice.
The Marvel paperback. Yeah, I saw it and I walked away, and then J-Man saw it and he's like, "Oh, my friend's probably gonna buy that." And
yes, that was so funny. And the guys, I was like, "That's that guy over there. He's gonna want that."
Yeah,
I wore out that. I wore that motion picture and photo novel out. I love that was in color. Rat the Con photo novel was not in color, which pissed me off. But black and white. It was weird.
If they have Quester tapes, because that's DC Fontana did the novelization of Quester tapes, so I'm 100% getting that. They'll have it, I guarantee you.
They might have it somewhere. Yeah.
Well, there's 2 different covers for it, and there's one cover that sucks ass, and then there's another cover that's like super epic. Yes. And I want the epic cover, and you could immediately tell which this isn't a point of like, oh, I kind of like this one. No. There's a shit cover that's like a still picture. And then there's this like painted cover where guy, oh my God, it's like super pumped.
I'm glad you liked the movie though. That was cool.
Oh, I loved it. My wife loved it too. And she liked Genesis 2 even more. And I like Genesis 2 also. That was awesome.
Now you got to watch Planet Earth, which is different.
I'll watch it this
John
week.
Saxon and not what's that guy's name?
I don't know, but he was great.
Oh, was that Brigadier? Name? I can't remember his name. Anyway,
Mustache Man.
Yeah, played Dylan Hunt.
Yeah, oh my God, Dylan Hunt is used every time. Dylan Hunt is Andromeda. I was like,
yeah, he reused it just sort of like I don't know, homage to his own character or whatever it was.
Like, yeah, because I was watching Andromeda and I saw Dylan Hunt. I'm like, wait a minute.
Alex Cord, I think, was played Dylan Hunt.
Okay. Well, the girl, the mutant girl in Genesis too. She's going to be in. She's coming up on a Star Trek. She's in episode 23 of.
That's right. Mariette Hartley.
Oh my God, do you hear my Star Trek thing going off?
I love it. Love it.
That's my phone. It's the Star Trek communicator. My wife has she has that one.
Yeah.
The whale or whatever. And I've got the communicator sounds. We both had the same sound effect, and then it was started to get confusing on who's getting text. So then I switched to the communicator sound. But anyway, so there you go. That's it for the Legion post Legion.
Lots of fun, boys. Enjoyed it.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to all the channel members. Thanks to my panelists. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for Transformers, man. This is like there's some epic shit tomorrow, that's for sure. And that convoluted fighting game that I created, which is not that convoluted. It makes perfect sense. I'll explain it to everybody.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, friends. You've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.